Was good. What's good, everybody? We are doing all signs, general messages, what to expect. We're going to start with Pisces today. We're going to start with Pisces today. I feel like the last reading and my phone died. I kind of felt bad. So honestly, I used to like switch it up constantly. I might start doing that again, but so we're going to go from Pisces all the way on up to Aries. See what's going on. So this is about, work. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so general messages. So this is not love specific. Love can come up sometimes, but whatever comes through. Okay, whether it's individual, work, money, whatever drama you got with your siblings. Sorry, guys. Get it together. Okay, what's good? ASAP 101, Chatty Chicky, Siobhan. All right, going from Pisces. See, I'm all twisted. It must be Pisces' fault. I'm starting with Pisces. All right, starting with Pisces, all the way up to Aries. My spiel is distorted. All right. Going from Pisces all the way up to Aries. Pisces. What can Pisces expect this week? What's good? Chris, Bianca. Ooh. One more. What can Pisces expect this week? 3 shuffles. Oh, yikes. All right. So overall energy for you, Pisces, we do have the 3 of Swords, the Hangman, and the Queen of Cups, King of Cups. Okay. Well, I do feel like you're dealing with someone else that you do have a lot of unconditional love for. There does seem to be a lot of torn feelings you have about the situation. I feel like you're trying to gain perspective on someone. You're trying to understand. I also feel like you want to see the best in someone, but you may be having a hard time doing that this week. Okay, this could be a father, a mother, someone that you have a lot of deep unconditional love for. But with that 3 of Swords, I feel like you feel almost put in a place where you feel as though you have to suppress your pain, suppress your frustration. And with that Hangman, it's almost like you may feel limited, okay, in regards to what you can say. Oh, 5 of Swords. Yikes, that's a rough one, Pisces. This is like having a lot of deep feelings and love for someone. Again, it doesn't have to be an intimate love. This could be a sibling, a family member, whatever. This is you having a lot of mental conflict in regards to whether you can trust someone. Okay, because I do see you receiving communication from someone here, but you don't know if you can trust this person. You don't know if you can reciprocate in the way that you want to. You do seem to be holding back some type of suppressed pain that you're feeling. You seem to be holding back some type of betrayal that you're feeling in regards to this person. Clarify that Page of Wands. With the Fool in reverse and the 2 of Swords. So there's someone here that is wanting to have a truce with you. There's someone here that is wanting to make things right with you, maybe make up for some type of reckless behavior. And you do seem to have your guard up to this person. And I feel like it's out of fear, really. It's out of fear if you can trust this person. Because again, this is someone that has hurt you or has betrayed you, has let you down, has given you reason in regards to, can you trust being vulnerable with this person? Tell me about the 5 of Swords. With the Strength card. And the 10 of Cups. Well, Pisces, I feel like this is just you being on edge, feeling like you need to bite your tongue for the sake of a family situation, for the sake of keeping the peace. Also, I feel like this is a situation that you are authentically happy to hear from this person. You're authentically happy to hear that someone has a newfound optimism in regards to the relationship with you. And again, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. You have a lot of happiness in regards to hearing from this person, because I feel like you want to see the best in this person. Again, we have the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Hangman. I feel like you want to see the best in someone, but again, there's a fear of being able to trust them. This kind of feels like you're choosing to move forward with some type of happily ever after, with some type of family reunion, with some type of reuniting of two people that have a lot of deep emotional depth there. But again, you also are keeping your guard up. You're avoiding being impulsive. You're avoiding getting too excited as well. This is like do no harm, take no shit type of energy. Okay. It's like you're not really causing any harm for this person, but you're also avoiding being transparent. And you're also in a space of being willing to forgive, but not being willing to forget type of thing. And again, you seem to be letting time this week give you some type of perspective in regards to whether you can trust someone. Because when there is some type of betrayal, no matter who it is, I mean, unless you're completely naive, you're not going to just trust someone because they say you can trust them now. Like, don't ever do that. Okay. Time and effort. All of that is what builds trust. And I feel like you're giving someone the chance to build trust with you. And again, for a lot of you, I feel like you are playing games with this, not games intentionally, but you're not being fully transparent with someone, but it's for the sake of the family or for the sake of, again, keeping the peace here with someone, being in hopes that this person is meaning what they're saying. If it's a situation where you're not with them, or if it's a family member that lives at a distance, even, it's like, this is like allowing this reunion to happen, but also not really getting too excited, not being too impulsive, being aware that maybe you can't trust this person or really rely on this person, but giving them the benefit of the doubt. You seem to be biting your tongue as well when it comes to some type of betrayal. I don't know why you're doing that. Why is Pisces not expressing this? Two of Cups. Because you may feel like this person is trying to level things out. You may feel like this person is showing you some type of respect. You may feel like this person is giving you some type of respect that makes you feel like there's no sense in bringing up the past, or there's no sense in sharing some type of pain, because you feel like someone is seeing eye to eye with you. Let's just put it that way. And you may feel like there's no sense in bringing something up. So you are receiving communication from someone that you're very happy to hear from, but there is this edginess that you got going on, not being sure if you can trust them, not giving them your full transparency, not being all hip hip hooray, like my mom I never seen in 20 years talk to me today. It's like you're not really jumping up and down about it, but you are in a space where you're willing to wait and try to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Just give me one more in regards to why Pisces isn't expressing this pain. To overcome. Yeah, see, it's like you feel like this person is showing you some type of respect, and I do feel like you're trying to move on from conflict with that Chariot energy. You're trying to move on from conflict. So this could very well be a partner. I'm just going to be real with you, or someone that you were once with. We do have the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and Empress in reverse with the Devil. So this may be someone that you do have a lot of deep unconditional love for. However, a new perspective has you thinking what's really good for your overall well-being, what's really good for your mental health, preserving your sanity. And you may be in a space of trying to wait it out to see if the situation is too draining for you, or to see if it's really changed. You know, with that Empress in reverse, you may have felt neglected by this person at one point in time, or you feel unsupported. And I feel like you're trying to give someone the benefit of the doubt this week. But again, you got your guard up, not fully trusting them. And there does seem to be a lack of faith, but you seem to be making a head over heart decision to have a truce anyways with this person. So it kind of feels like this is someone that has done a number on you. This is not like some new lover. This kind of feels like someone that you have, that's done a number on you, whether they're family or a friend, or a past lover. Give me an oracle for Pisces. Give me an oracle for Pisces. We do have volunteer. This kind of reminds me of like gracefully aging. Some of you guys are in your head in regards to maturing, in regards to sacrifices. It's like you're justifying what sacrifices are worth making at this point in your life. Gracefully aging. It's almost like you may be in a space of, you know, justifying making certain sacrifices. Now, the Hangman can be someone that is waiting to see if something is worth the effort or not. And if the Hangman's in reverse, he's someone that is willing to make some type of sacrifice to end the stagnancy. And that isn't really for one set direction, staying or going. But I feel like you're trying to wait it out and see if this is worth the sacrifice, see if this is worth the energy type of thing. Parental care, there could be children involved. So I feel like this is a matter of you trying to understand what aging, what maturing looks like for you. Even if you're only 20 years old, okay, at this point in your life, what do you expect from yourself? And I feel like that this week, that's going to be on your mind a lot in regards to what do you expect from yourself? What is important to you? What is not important to you anymore? What are you willing to tolerate? What are you not willing to tolerate? All of that. And I feel like that's a good thing to reflect on as well, with these being your oracles. And I'm not saying you should make any sacrifices specifically, but just know that if you do, Pisces, sorry, I got a spammer. Sorry, that's distracting. If you do make this sacrifice, just know that it's on you type of thing. Okay. You can't in 10 years say, you know, build up that resentment and whatnot and kind of hold that against someone. If you do make some type of sacrifice or kind of, you know, do something because it's who you are, it's in your character, just know it's on you. So, and that's the tough part, because I feel like we all low-key know that. We all low-key know that. But it could be a Leo that you're dealing with. We also have Aries and Cancer. All right. I don't know. I just seen emojis like flying like crazy. So I just, it was annoying a little bit, if I'm going to be honest. All right. What do we have for Aquarius? What can Aquarius expect this week? What's good, Joey? Jay. Kita Green. Two more. What can Aquarius expect this week? Three shuffles. What can Aquarius expect this week? Overall energy for you, Aquarius, Three of Wands in reverse and the Page of Swords. Well, you do seem to be recognizing that something just isn't worth your energy anymore. Something maybe a failed attempt. I feel like you're not really losing optimism about it. So it doesn't really feel like it's something that's a big deal for you or something that was the end all for you. It kind of feels like you're walking away from something and right away you're already looking for new options, a new job. I'm going to get a little bit more on that, but yeah, you're, oh, Aquarius. So I feel like you are walking away from something. For some of you, if this is a specific person, I feel like you know it's pissing them off, ignoring them, but you're doing it anyways because there's some sense of discernment that it's like you've, developed some level of discernment on a situation to feel like, okay, this is not good for me. So again, some of you guys are just walking away from a person. There's this major clarity that you have in regards to the situation isn't improving or it's not really good for you. I also feel like you're in a space of no longer being willing to resist, or you're in a space where you're no longer willing to make improvements, or Six of Swords upright can sometimes be like a go with the flow energy to make improvements, right? But the Six of Swords in reverse can be someone that is being almost stubborn or being fed up with kind of putting something out of sight, out of mind. It's almost like there's something here that you're just fed up with when it comes to putting something out of sight, out of mind. I don't really feel like it's something you are in deep with, like a marriage or something. I mean, it could be, but whatever the situation is, you're completely fed up. You're making a decision to ignore the situation. Some of you guys are ignoring someone's phone calls. So some of you have like someone like calling your phone nonstop and you have them on do not disturb and all of that shit. Yeah, I feel like you're no longer willing to fight for something or put in the work, okay? With that King of Cups in reverse, you may feel like this person is just draining. So now I'm going to read it in another way too, if it's not in regards to a person. But if you are dealing with a person, it could be a water sign, it doesn't have to be. You may see this as someone that's very emotionally immature. Or you may see this as someone that is very manipulative, which is why you feel unbothered in regards to ignoring their calls, like literally, okay? So yeah, some of you guys are ignoring someone's calls this week, or trying something again, and you seem to be fed up with it, and you seem to be resisting making any improvements. You're kind of like intentionally rocking the boat, I feel, like trying to get it over with, okay? So yeah, for those of you that are dealing with a person, just give me one more on that Judgment if they're dealing with a person with the Three of Swords. Yeah, I feel like someone is broken about this. Oh, for some of you, it wasn't even that deep. Like for some of you, you were only dating like a couple weeks, a couple months. I don't know. Like for some of you, you got someone that is being very vindictive. They're holding on to some type of heartbreak, betrayal, or this is someone that is missing you, longing for you. And they're trying to seduce you to come back around. It's that type of energy. But you seem to be ignoring that flat out. So now for those of you that are not dealing with a person, because yeah, that's like a very specific message for some of you. For those of you not dealing with a person, there does seem to be a failed attempt when it comes to some type of endeavor. And I feel like you're in a place of you're recognizing that something is just not working in a very early stage of the progression of whatever this goal was, okay? For some of you, it was, give me a little bit more idea of what this is. Six of Wands. So for some of you, there may have been some type of attempt. There may have been some type of attempt to make something public, to receive recognition for something, to, even like for those of you, maybe if you're artists or if you're into something, there's been some type of attempt to make something public or to do something in the public eye, and there's a very quick realization of I don't like this. I don't like this, or I don't like the way I'm going about it. Give me one more on that Judgment if this is in regards to a personal endeavor with the Empress and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like you're just recognizing that it's not valued. Right? There's a lot of growth when it comes to, it's kind of recognizing something isn't improving, something isn't valued. Okay. Some of you guys may be recognizing as well that, like maybe if you're trying to sell something or if you're trying to receive support in your job for a promotion, I feel like you're just recognizing you are not valued. And it seems to be a huge like, okay, I need to turn another direction or no longer do things like this because it's just not working. Okay. Give me one more on that Six of Swords in reverse if this is a personal endeavor with the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I don't really feel like you have the energy to fight for it. It's almost like it just wasn't meant to be. There's something here that just wasn't meant to be. You do seem to be, again, you have your eye or you're kind of looking online. You're trying to explore other options. You're trying to get more information when it comes to honestly, I feel like this is just you using your head when it comes to holding back. You using your head when it comes to exiting a situation with class rather than making a big deal and, you know, complaining because something's not working. I feel like this is just you using your head when it comes to needing to approach something a different way. And I'm not necessarily feeling, or it doesn't have to be necessarily you quitting something. It's just more you recognizing that you need to address something in a different way, or you need to show up for yourself in a different way because something is not working. But again, you seem to be doing it with class. I like that. Some of you guys as well may be having a little bit harder time this week when it comes to making improvements as an individual because you're honestly just burnt out, and you may be using your awareness when it comes to overextending yourself, and you may also feel like this is just not my week. It's almost like you're giving yourself more grace this week and more compassion. You may find yourself this week needing a little bit more mental resilience than before. Just give me one more on that Four of Swords in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you're burnt out trying to regain control over your financial situation. Like some of you guys are in a space where you're wanting to make changes, you're wanting to make improvements when it comes to how you make your money, when it comes to how you manage your money, but you may feel like the money's just not there yet. It's almost like when you're trying to create a budget, but you don't have enough funds to make the budget that you want and to balance it out and to create a proper surplus. It's like you may feel like you don't have what you feel like you need to have when it comes to resources to make some type of change. So you're almost feeling the need to be very resilient this week just to overcome some type of financial insecurity or some type of adversity that you may be going through. It seems to be temporary, just FYI. But I feel like you're recognizing that something is just not the right time. It's not the right time to make some type of change. For a lot of you as well, when it comes, if you're dealing with a person, you may also be recognizing that someone has divided loyalties and that pisses you off. Okay. And that in itself could be what causes you to bring something to a close and ignore someone's phone calls. But yeah, for those of you that this is a personal endeavor, I do feel like you have a lot of support to grow something, whether that's support from the gods and your own energy, your own feminine, or whether that is support from family, a mother, whatever it may be. But you may also be recognizing that currently you're not really receiving, you're not being paid enough, or you're not receiving the funds to make something happen. So again, you're kind of leaving a situation because it's not really recognizing your value. Or again, for some of you, you're just not receiving the funds to nurture it in the way you want. And it's almost like you're just kind of backing up, ending something with class, at least until you have enough funds to do it the way you want to, or until you see some type of progression that makes you feel like it's worth your time, which I feel like for those of you that did make some type of attempt, you're recognizing the way you did it is not worth your time because it's undervalued or you're not being paid properly for your services, whatever it may be. So it's almost like you just need a minute to readjust something here. Okay, I do feel like you're making really good judgment this week though, Aquarius, so that's good. You're making a lot of good judgments this week. You're being very mentally resilient. I feel like you may be dealing with some personal frustration this week because there's a lot of self-doubt that you're dealing with that Seven of Wands in reverse. The Seven of Wands in reverse can be someone that just feels stupid a little bit, or they feel weak in their own convictions. They lack the will to fight for something. They don't really know what they're getting into, or they just feel like something is not what they expected it to be. You know, there's a lot of doubt, and I feel like you're recognizing that you just need to take some time and think about some things, readjust some things, you know, balance out what's in your control and what's necessary of you, especially when it comes to your financial situation, and then try something, okay? But yeah, a lot of you guys have someone that is heartbroken over you. They're trying to seduce you back around, but you're definitely ignoring this person. straight up ignoring this person. And you may perceive it to be a failed attempt. Okay. So, yeah, you definitely, on a personal level, you got a lot of good judgment going on. You're not wasting time. You're not wasting energy on things that it doesn't make any sense to, and it's good. But give me an oracle for, we do have decisions. I feel like a lot of you guys are just making the necessary decisions this week. Heavenly signs, that's like the judgment energy, right? Like using your discernment on the situation, seeing a situation clearly from the soul level as well, taking the next step. So I feel like you guys are on the verge of a breakthrough, taking a next step. But I feel like you may feel like you need to wait for more time, wait for more signs. Didn't I have another one? Oh yeah, decisions. So this is like, what is it that you want, Aquarius? What do you not want? Okay, this is like the time where you really need to sit with yourself and say, what the fuck is worth your time? Point blank period. Like, what's worth your time and what isn't? And if it is worth your time, what's preventing you from having that, you know? So I do see you making progress, or there's a desire to make progress. There's some personal frustration. Some of you guys are sharing space with someone, and that's irritating the shit out of you too. You could be trying to ignore that person. So I like it. It's pretty good. I feel like you seem to know what you're doing. Okay. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Could be any sign as far as elements go. All right, Capricorn. Let's get the 12th host stellium, girl. I don't even believe in COVID, for real. For real. Anyone that was here a couple years ago, you know my take on that. Okay, let's not get distracted. But what do we have for Capricorn? What can Capricorn expect this week? One more. Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Capricorn, 3 of Wands and the Hierophant in reverse. The Fool, 2 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. Things are starting to turn in your favor. I like this. Hierophant in reverse and Knight of Wands. Well, this week, Capricorn, I do see you. I feel like you're in a space where you're kind of going against your normal protocol in the situation. You seem to almost be rebelling a little bit. For those of you that were dealing with a specific person or boss or someone that may have been trying to kind of guide you or kind of give you their 2 cents, I feel like you're in a space where you feel like something isn't good for you. The way you were approaching a situation, maybe the advice someone was giving you. Some of you guys, if you were dealing with a specific person, you may feel like the tables have turned a little bit in a positive way, okay? Because you guys are getting to a place where you do have more options, and that in itself is giving you a lot of hope, giving you a lot of optimism. You seem to be in a space of trying to figure out what you really want. What's this Two of Wands? Because I feel like there's a lot of excitement happening for you this week. You're definitely feeling in your power. You're feeling pretty good about yourself too. A lot of you guys feel like you've established something for yourself. You've established some level of security. You've established, you may feel quite settled or adjusted in a work situation. There's something here that you feel like you're back in your power, and it is causing you to want to shake your thing. It's causing you to want to like do something different, be a little bit more spontaneous, explore your options. What's this Two of Wands? Three of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. Okay, well, some of you guys are receiving an opportunity to collaborate with someone here. I do see you in a space of potentially planning a trip or traveling, potentially to collaborate with someone, or to even maybe you're posted with another company and you're getting a chance to kind of advance your education or knowledge on something. There does seem to be an opportunity opening up for you with, again, it could be other employers of the same thing, or it's like someone that's wanting to collaborate with you. Someone that also, whatever this is, Capricorn, whether it's a person, whether it's an employer, this is someone that feels like they have resources to kind of help you advance, or this is someone that feels like between the two of you, you both have different resources that you can implement to kind of advance in your current position. And I feel like you're in a space where you're wanting to take it. It is putting you out of your comfort zone, though. I feel like you have an opportunity to have a fresh start when it comes to doing things differently. Tell me about that Seven of Cups. King of Swords in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. Give me more on that King of Swords in reverse with the Devil in reverse. Well, I feel like there's someone in your life that is having a hard time dealing with some type of this is someone that's having a hard time dealing with some type of agreement that you're putting your, how do I say? Because there's someone here that may be overwhelmed with you exploring options elsewhere. This could be a boss. This could be someone that feels like they don't have someone to fill your place. This could be someone that in your personal life could be being very oppressive when it comes to, thinking irrationally, thinking worst case scenario. They're trying to kind of limit your perspective, limit your horizon. There may be someone here that is used to playing it safe, or they're used to you playing it safe, and they may be kind of, using their words to get you to second guess yourself or second guess an opportunity. Okay. I don't really see them causing too much drama though, really. I just feel like if it is a boss, or if it is someone that is in the workplace even, there could be someone that feels oppressed because they feel like they lost you, or they feel like, for some of you, there's someone competing again. There was some type of competition, or there was someone competing like in a similar department as you maybe, and they may feel oppressed or pissed because, you know, they didn't get the same opportunity as you. But this more so feels like someone that is, you know, just thinking irrationally, not really giving the best advice. This does seem to be someone that's trying to reassert control when it comes to you and when it comes to getting you to reconsider something. It kind of feels like a boss or someone that was kind of expecting to have you like on the schedule type of thing. And now they're recognizing you're exploring your options and they're recognizing that you have some type of opportunity. And it's kind of putting them at a loss in regards to what they're going to do. This could be even another colleague, even that is feeling oppressed because they feel like you're leaving, something of that nature. Or again, even a partner. There's someone here that's being very oppressive with their words. They're not as happy for you as maybe you want them to be. It's that type of energy. I don't really see them causing too much drama though. Okay, for some of you, you're not really letting them cause drama, especially if it's a more intimate thing, because you're not arguing with them. Okay, or you're not really putting them in a place to allow them to put you in defense mode. Okay. Tell me about that Three of Wands, the Ace of Cups. Look, this is something you've manifested. I mean, I'm just going to say it, Capricorn. For some of you, this is new love, and it's putting you in a place of needing to make a choice between two, or it's putting you out of your comfort zone. And for some of you, if this is new love, it could be someone that lives at a distance and you have someone here that's thinking irrationally. That could be you thinking irrationally as well. But you are receiving an offer that is making you very happy. So I like it. For those of you where this is a lover that maybe you wasn't with, but there was some type of interest, this is someone that is feeling quite oppressed because they feel like they lost you, or they feel like you chose someone else, or you have the opportunity to choose someone else. I don't like to focus too much on love because I feel like I do enough love tarot readings, but that's a possibility, okay? But yeah, you're definitely getting an opportunity that's taking you out of your comfort zone, and you seem to be going with it. Like not even thinking about it. It feels like an external energy is the one that's trying to get you to overthink it. Okay, it could be an Aries, could also be another Capricorn. Could be an Oracle for Capricorn. We do have courage. So a lot of you guys are going to need some courage this week. Joining in, I like this. See, I feel like you're collaborating with other people that share similar values or work ethics or skills or abilities. And I feel like you're kind of building up on something with someone, or you and someone else are coming together to make something happen, whether that's the potential of a relationship or whatever it may be. But I feel like you're joining in here in an experience that feels quite spontaneous, that kind of rejuvenates you, that makes you feel good. It doesn't feel like something that's like, oh, like more work. It doesn't feel like that. It feels very optimistic. I like it, but it is going to require courage. It's going to require you to really put on Tupac and get in the fucking mode. But you know what I'm saying? But either way, I like it. Get in the mode. All right, Sagittarius. Hey, Tom. Dublin. What do we have for Sagittarius? What can Sagittarius expect this week? Three more. What can Sagittarius expect this week? Oh. Messy. What can Sagittarius expect this week? 3 shuffles. Overall energy for you, Sagittarius, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 9 of Wands, Empress in reverse. Uh-oh. Two of Wands in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the 5 of Swords in reverse. All right. Well, I do feel like there's someone in your life, Sag, that's, this could be a mother. It doesn't have to be. It could also be a child, or there's children influencing this. But you seem to be feeling the need to set boundaries here to a situation. You may feel like someone has a very superficial view on you. It kind of feels like that, you know, it kind of feels like a situation where a certain person or even a group of people is expecting a lot of you, or more than you even have to give. And I feel like it's exhausting you, because I feel like you're in a space of feeling quite limited when it comes to being able to, how do I say, being able to cater to someone's needs is what this feels like. Okay. And with that King of Pentacles, I don't really feel like it's a matter of what you have or don't have. I feel like it's a matter of how do I explain that? I feel like you're just setting boundaries with someone. It's almost like I said, it's not really a matter of what you have or don't have. It's just a matter of setting boundaries with someone. Okay. For some of you, you feel like pushed in a corner here because you feel like drained by a situation, or you feel like someone is draining you, or there's this overbearing energy, or you may feel like this could be, say, a child that feels neglected, but at the same time, it's like, well, you got to go to work. You know what I mean? It's that type of energy. And you may feel almost pushed in a corner to give more than you have, or have the ability to have, is what this feels like, because you feel quite limited. And I also feel like whoever this is, there is a fear of, you know, causing more drama than is necessary. I feel like you're trying to avoid I feel like you're trying to avoid, you know, being harsh, is kind of what this feels like. So again, it feels like almost like a child, a mother, or someone that, it could even be a partner, or someone that you just feel like is expecting more than you can give, or feel like you have the will to give. What's that Two of Wands in reverse? Because again, you may feel like this person has a very superficial view. Two of Wands in reverse, Three of Wands. Eight of Cups in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. So you may feel like there's someone here that's showing some type of vulnerability, or they're expressing some type of emotional discontentment that they have. Maybe they feel like they never see you anymore, or they feel some sense of discontentment. That's the best way I can explain it. I also feel like you're hesitant in regards to whether someone has emotion for you at all. Okay, or you're hesitant in regards to whether someone's just showing you this vulnerability because they're unhappy in this current moment. It's almost like when someone has a lot to say, like, how do I say? Because there's a lot of hesitancy when it comes to the situation and whether you want to give it your loyalty, whether you want to give it compassion even. Okay, for some of you, it's just a matter of, like I said, your kids are maybe being, maybe they're wanting you more than normal. But at the same time, it's like, well, I have to go to work. Okay. And a lot of you guys have this fear of, it's like, it makes you feel like shit. Okay. You may feel inadequate to create some type of solution, and it may make you feel like shit, but at the same time, you have to go to work type of thing. So for a lot of you, that's what it is. And that's your story. But for others of you, you may be wondering if someone is just showing you fake emotion, or they're just showing you some type of vulnerability, to get like a quick solution type of thing. Okay. Or it's like, again, it could be, it just kind of feels like someone in your life that's wanting something because they have a superficial view on you, but in the same sense, you feel limited, but not because of what you don't have, but because of, like, you're wondering if you want to give this person your compassion. And I feel like there's this space where there's this energy where you don't want to put yourself in a situation that could be used against you, for example, or that may come back to bite you in the ass type of thing. It's like you're avoiding drama, or you're avoiding putting yourself in a bad situation. Okay. So let's separate this here. So yeah, for a lot of you, again, I'm repeating myself, but for a lot of you, this is just a child or children that is like wanting more out of you, but you feel limited in regards to giving that to them because of your reality. Okay. And for others of you, again, you feel like someone has a superficial view on you. Now, some of you, if this is someone that you have emotion for, you may feel like someone is wanting more out of you than you have, but at the same sense, you have a fear of being transparent about the reality. Okay, so it's like you may feel like someone this week has some type of superficial view on you that's causing them to expect more of you, but for whatever reason, you fear being vulnerable about the reality. So it's almost like you can't even, it's almost like you're kind of waiting to be vulnerable about that situation. I don't know why. Why does Sag have a fear of being vulnerable about the situation? 3 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands in reverse. You may feel like someone is trying to implement maybe sharing space with you, or you may feel like someone is trying to implement living together, or getting you to fold on your stance on a situation, for example. This could be someone that is trying to allow you to be their roommate or something like that. Okay. Or yeah, this could be someone that's allowing you to be their, trying to get you to let them live with you, for example. It kind of feels like you have a fear here of being vulnerable about your reality, Sag, simply because you feel like this person is actively trying to implement, like, getting something moving quickly. And it's like, you don't know if you're ready for that type of thing. So it's almost like you're playing the broke man, okay? Or you're playing the, I can't do that. Or it's almost like when you're finding a flaw for every solution, because you don't know if you're ready for all that. Even if it's a love thing, you don't know if you're ready for all that. So I know it's kind of vague, but I do feel like there could be, because you are the one limiting this. You are the one saying, like, intentionally trying to limit the progression, especially if you're dealing with another, like, adult, for example. Even if it is your child, you are the one intentionally limiting moving something forward, because you don't know if this person, you don't know if you want to fuck with this person like that. You know what I mean? Or again, for some of you, if it's a child thing, you just feel limited because of your reality. And it's like, it is what it is. I got to go to work. But for others of you, if this is a specific person, it could be a colleague too, with the 3 of Pentacles. It's like you're in a space of, you don't really know. You don't know if you want to share space. If it's someone that you've been dating, it's like, you don't really know, Sag, if you want to buy a house together. It's like, it's that type of energy. And I do feel like you're kind of pulling your defenses up. You're kind of humoring them. But I don't know why you're humoring them when you have all of this hesitation. Why is Sag humoring them? World in reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Well, because I feel like you do see this person's worth, but you're also not desiring some type of outcome, really. Okay, the world can also be like about major life changes, you know, desired outcomes, like bringing something to a close. And you may be in a space where you can recognize this person's worth enough to humor them, but you're also in a space of not being ready to make some type of change or to travel even. For some of you, maybe this person lives at a distance and you may be in a space of not being ready to make that investment. So it's almost like you need to slow things down and for whatever reason, I feel like you fear being transparent about that. So I don't know. It seems like you're humoring someone this week, Sag. You're humoring someone this week. Some of you very well with that Ten of Pentacles in reverse maybe are going through something financially not the most stable, but you're also in a space of feeling like it's not that much out of control, but you're not really sure if you want to add to your plate right now, okay? Because you may feel like it's not the most stable thing going, but it's all right, you know, and you may feel like you don't really want to add to your plate. So yeah, you may feel like quite defensive this week towards someone. Okay, this could be also, Sag, a mother that is trying to live with you as well, I'm just thinking. So this could be a mother that's trying to live with you. And there may be some sense of feeling obligated to the situation, but a fear of going in that direction. So it kind of feels like this week people are going to be expecting things from you and you're like, I don't know about that. And I feel like you're going to play the broke man or the, I don't got time for that. Something like that. You're not really getting on board. So let's get some advice for you, or let's get an oracle for you. Could be a Leo you're dealing with. Forgiveness. For some of you, maybe you're hesitant because there's a need to forgive someone. Some of you, this is adult children. So for some of you, this is children that are grown that may be trying to live with you. Okay. Or there's something in regards to that. Oh, shoot. We do have keep the faith. Sober. So some of you guys may be in a space of, you know, being sober, or you have a sobered reality on a situation. Forgiveness, adult children, sober, keep the faith. So some of you guys, again, maybe this is children that are trying to live with you and it's like you have to set boundaries at some point, or I don't know what's going on there. You take that how you need to take it. Some of you, if there's not like that, you may feel like you've got a sobered reality on a situation and you're kind of back and forth in regards to whether you want to forgive this person. Something like that. Okay. All right. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? What can Scorpio expect? What can Scorpio expect this week? Westgood Wingard. I can't say that. What do we have for Scorpio? One more. Three shuffles. All right, so the star did want to come out. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Let's see, overall energy for you, Sun in reverse and the 10 of Cups in reverse. With that star energy, you may be in a space of, you know, trusting the process, also like being at peace with the situation, regardless of if it's working out in the way you thought. Because I do feel, Scorpio, some of you guys are in a place where you feel like, honestly, just unhappy, feeling oppressed, feeling, you know, constantly having waves of sadness, waves of like emptiness, or there's this like wave of like feeling like something isn't right, something is dysfunctional, or things aren't working out the way you had hoped. And it's like you may not really be sure where that energy is coming from. You may be still trying to figure that out this week. With that star in your energy, a lot of you guys may be very spiritual, or you're just in a space where you're aware that, and by the way, when I was shuffling, the Ace of Swords in reverse showed its face, and that's someone that they're not really sure of anything yet. Like you may not be in the best mind frame, or you're in a space where you're on the verge of some type of breakthrough, but you haven't hit that breakthrough yet. Okay, so I feel like this week you're kind of looking, seeking for some type of truth or breakthrough in regards to, you know, just getting out of this, you know, funk, really. This kind of feels like waves of like homesickness, even when you're home, or just waves of depression. It's like you don't know why. Maybe you don't even have a reason to be depressed, but it just kind of hits you. And it's like you may be in a space where you feel like something's missing, but you're not really sure what. I do feel like you're inspired to, you know, kind of self-reflect, figure something out, understand a situation, get enlightenment on, what's this Page of Cups in reverse? King of Cups in reverse. And the Magician in reverse. Some of you guys may be feeling bummed out a little bit this week, because you may feel like there's a certain person that isn't appreciating you or valuing you. Maybe they're not really, it's almost like an energy where the vibe is great and then someone kind of swoops in and just fucks shit up. You know what I mean? Their energy just sucks and it just sucks the life out of you. Because there is, whoever this King of Cups is, it is something that is causing you to feel quite drained. Maybe you're perceiving them to be someone that is immature, maybe a buzzkill type of energy. I also feel like for those of you dealing with the love department, you're trying to figure out if someone is, you know, playing you emotionally, or if they're manipulating you, or if they really love you, okay? Because it's like there's a sense of unhappiness and not really being sure where it's coming from. But on a personal level, I do feel like for the most part, this is very personal. Even if you're dealing with other people, there's a sense of wisdom that you hold that is kind of allowing you to separate from external influences and say, okay, this is a personal thing. Like personally, what do I do about this? What is going on here? And I feel like this week you're kind of reflecting on this letdown energy that you're feeling, because I feel like, yeah, there's a lack of inspiration. A lot of you guys as well may be noticing that you're not as, Magician in reverse can be like, you know, talents and abilities that you have, but you're not really inspired to give that your support. You're not really inspired to do that. Like maybe you've always loved to dance and you're no longer interested in it. And it's like, why? And I feel like you're trying to kind of figure out, what your muse is, you know? It's kind of what this feels like on a personal level. Because, yeah, I feel like there's some sadness here, or just feeling oppressed, lacking optimism. I feel like you're at peace with this, because I feel like there's a sense of, again, this is like a spiritual energy. This is you being very much aware of, you need to be the one to figure this out. I don't really see you looking externally for the answer. You're in a space of you trying to figure this out. Just give me one more on that Knight of Cups. Temperance in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. Well, on a personal level, Scorpio, I feel like this is just you being inspired to indulge on self-love, really. Um, you may feel like when it comes to your environmental space, you may feel like you're not really in alignment with your environment. You may feel like there's a major clash in your environment with the people, with your space, with your home. Maybe you need to switch some shit up. Um, I feel like there's this sense of maybe feeling limited in regards to what you can do for yourself in this time. You may feel like what you're wanting to create for yourself, or you may feel like what you need to kind of balance things out isn't an option for you. But I feel like you're being very emotionally mature when it comes to, you know, not really going to the extreme with your expectations, but also feeling the need to embrace self-love, because there's definitely a discord in your environment or with the people that you're in connection with. Some of you have a love offer coming in too, Scorpio, but it's kind of confusing you, to be honest with you. There's some type of misunderstanding between the two of you. You may be wondering if this person is even serious. You may be questioning or trying to figure out if someone is just seducing you or if someone is just trying to charm you for self-serving reasons, because you're kind of trying to gain understanding in regards to whether someone is love bombing you or whether someone is just pulling you along. So, because I do feel like there is love on the table. For some of you, it's new love. But I don't really see you getting on the same page with this person, because I feel like you're trying to observe the situation or gain understanding in regards to whether this person is serious, okay? I also feel like you're kind of going through your own thing, okay? When we're feeling oppressed or depressed, or when there's like heaviness in our own life on a personal level, it's really hard to fully embrace the magic that comes in, you know, because we're not seeing it, you know? It's like the sun is not shining to reflect the light. So I feel like even though there is charmers coming in, I don't really feel like it's anything that's developed into anything too deep yet. I feel like you're more so prioritizing your overall well-being, your health, healing, you know, being wise when it comes to what you pursue and what you don't pursue. I feel like you're also omitting a lot of, you know, your own understanding on a situation from other people. And the reason you're omitting this is because you feel like they're not going to understand anyways, you know. It's like, what's the point of talking to you when you're just going to take it as a personal attack? Okay, because for some of you, for those that are sharing space, or there's an environment, someone in your environment, you do feel like there's no point in talking to this person because they're just going to drain you even more, you know, or they're not going to understand, or they're not going to be in tune with what you're getting at, kind of thing. Okay. So I feel like you're being very creative as well, Scorpio, this week when it comes to how you're coming out of a dark place. Okay. It's kind of like, I seen a quote and it says, I don't even tell people my problems anymore. I just sleep and listen to music. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's almost like you're in a space, they're trying to come out of a dark place through creative endeavors, through doing things, or again, self-love, embracing self-love, nurturing yourself, you know, all of that. It's like you're trying to come out of a dark place. Again, there is someone that's trying to charm you a little bit. There's a misunderstanding in regards to whether they're just being promiscuous or love bomber. And if you have someone in your personal environment, you're looking at this person this week as someone that is very immature and more so draining. And you don't see the point in talking to this person. So you may find yourself a little in the blues this week. And just don't take this reading if you don't want to. But I don't see it as a bad reading. This is life. We're human. We all go through ebbs and flows. And I feel like the way you're approaching it is productive. You know, you're being very creative when it comes to getting out of this dark space. And there seems to be a sense of like being at peace, because you still have hope with that star, right? You still have hope. You still have an understanding that this isn't the end. And I like it. You may be in a space of just contemplating going your own way or just being on your own. A lot of you guys just are preferring to be alone or be on your own this week. Just give me one more on that Page of Cups in reverse, because I don't really like that energy, and it feels Nine of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person has a lot of insecurities in regards to your independence. So there does seem to be someone that feels as though you are in a space of, you know, being on your own, wanting to be on your own, being content on your own, being emotionally independent enough that you don't need to tell them every little boo-boo that you had that day. It's like there may be someone that has a lot of insecurities with you not really being vulnerable or expressive, and they may be trying to seduce you to express yourself or be more vulnerable. Because I feel like this person feels as though they missed an opportunity or they will miss an opportunity because your personal desires or ability to just be content on your own. It kind of feels like someone in your inbox trying to make problems where there's not problems because they're just so desperate to fill their void by being your hero that they're creating issues in their own mind and putting it in your inbox. And you may see this as someone that is like undermining your ability to be there for yourself. Not that there's anything wrong with someone trying to be there for you, but sometimes people can be dramatic or just create problems that aren't even there. But you're in a space of trusting where you are right now and trusting that you're going to get through it. And I like it. Let's see. Give me an oracle for Scorpio. We do have religion and spirituality. Again, I feel like this is a very spiritual and another spiritual card, spiritual growth. Okay, so I feel like you guys are growing, you're maturing, you're approaching sadness and happiness maybe in a different way. I'll pull you one more card, but this is very spiritual. This is like a spiritual week for you, getting deeper into your awareness on self, what's good for you, what's necessary of you. You know, we do have grief work. So some of you guys are still grieving something, maybe grieving an old way of being, even kind of like I was saying at the beginning. Maybe there's certain things you're realizing you're just not about anymore, even if you once were. Okay. And there may be still someone that's trying to connect with you in an old way of being that you're just not anymore, you know. But yeah, some of you guys are grieving something, but there's a lot of growth happening for you this week. So it's good. It's good. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. We have Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius. All right, Libra. What can Libra expect? What can Libra expect this week? Oh, my Lanta. Sorry. Okay. Two more. What can Libra expect this week? Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Libra, we have the Judgment in reverse and the Queen of Cups. What's that Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Three of Wands in reverse. Well, Libra, I do feel like you're being super hard on yourself this week, okay? You may feel like... Because I feel like you may be dealing with a lot of self-doubt this week, being really hard on yourself. You may be trying to overcome, you know, false judgments, accusations on your part as well. Because some of you guys are still carrying the wounds, or you're still feeling quite sensitive about a poor judgment that maybe someone made. Or it's kind of like when someone judges us or kind of gets a snapshot view of us that's not really accurate. It may not bother us in the moment, but it kind of like weighs on us over time if we let it. There's something here that may have been bothering you, and it's connected with your emotional needs, maybe feeling misunderstood, maybe feeling maybe it's almost like your emotional needs maybe are feeling like were or is being misunderstood. And if you're dealing with a specific person, it almost makes you feel like someone is just not interested in to get that deep with you. Okay, it's almost like it's almost like makes you fear or feel as though someone is not someone doesn't care about you that deeply. Okay, they're more so, you know, humoring you or just talking or being in your inbox for the sake of being in your inbox. Something here is making you feel like someone doesn't care about you that deeply. The good thing is, though, we do have the Queen of Cups upright. So even though you may be in a space where you're recognizing your emotional needs, you may be feeling the wounds of poor judgments that were made. You may also be being hard on yourself for expecting more out of someone than they gave you. Someone definitely ruined the reputation with you in this process, by the way. I feel like this week you are regaining your composure, believe it or not, but there's still this lack of self-worth that you're carrying because of some type of failed attempt or because of something that didn't work out the way you had hoped. Because I do feel like on an emotional level, Libra, you guys are pretty independent. You seem to be in a pretty good understanding in regards to what your desires are, what you need to do to better yourself. You're in a space where maybe you're not normally that, like the Nine of Cups is someone that, yeah, they can show up for themselves on an emotional level. And I feel like you kind of took a turn where you showed some vulnerability or showed some sensitivities or even kind of expressed your emotional needs or expressed wounds or expressed things that hurt you. And you may feel like it was a poor judgment call because of how someone made you feel. Okay, so I do see, again, sorry if this is taking a long time to explain, but I feel like, again, you're still healing from some type of poor judgment call you feel like you made, but you only feel like you made a poor judgment call because of how someone responded. And now you're being very hard on yourself. The Judgment in reverse can be like you're the biggest self-critic, okay? Dealing with a lot of doubt, not really seeing a situation clearly, okay? Maybe taking things personally, but I feel like you're coming out of this energy because we have the Moon in reverse, which it can be about regaining your composure, right? Accepting whatever you became aware of, you know, which can be painful, which can be like a disillusion type of energy. I feel like you're coming into a place of acceptance of the reality of a situation and a person you're dealing with, but also in a space of being ready to regain your composure. I do feel like you're trying to throw yourself into the glow up really quick, though, almost too quick. So be careful with that, because with that Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like you may be in a space of trying to throw yourself into this, like, hey, bitch, I'm back, glow up, you know, whatever that is, looks like for you. But I feel like there's still some insecurities, or you're still kind of seeking to prove a point. Or some of you guys are just in a space of, you may have lost control of your financial independence. So it's like kind of like a half glow up Okay, or there's still things that you need to like focus on, because I feel with that Three of Wands in reverse, there may be a lack of planning when it comes to your actual goals and desires and expectations on yourself. Because I do feel like you guys have the emotional independence to, again, better yourself in whatever way you need to, or to hold higher expectations on yourself. It's just knowing what those expectations are, knowing what you need to do to be the person you want to be, to build that self-respect, to get your dignity back, to, again, overcome something. And again, you may be being your biggest critic this week with that Judgment in reverse, where you're contradicting yourself through actions and through words. So be careful with that. Okay. But I would say, again, there is a level of acceptance you have when it comes to the reality of something, realizing that a connection wasn't what you thought, or this could be with family too, could also be with a mother. It could be with, you know, specifically Cancer energy. It doesn't have to be, but this is like recognizing a situation for what it is, regaining your composure, but now just allowing the movement forward to be natural, right? Not feeling like you have to force yourself or force some type of glow up. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse can often try to flaunt their self-worth with what they buy. Okay. This is encouraging you not to do that. Or if you are kind of buying things or like spoiling yourself or whatever, don't overspend to do that with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but also don't feel like what you have has anything to do with your worth as a person. You know, this is about, there's a need here to develop some level of self-sufficiency and self-worth to be able to say no, you know, to be able to remain separate from situations that do not serve you, and having no remorse about it, having no care in the world what this person's opinion is, you know, that type of energy. There's a need here to separate yourself from a situation with having no care in the world what the fuck they think of you, you know, not even caring if they know you're successful. And I feel like you may be trying to like push your glow up a little bit too quickly. So just be careful with that. But yeah, I do feel like, again, there's this like, I feel like this is something you've already went through, or there's some type of disillusioned energy you've already experienced. You are coming out of this like lostness a little bit. You're coming out of the illusion. You're regaining your composure this week. Just be careful to not try to like force, you know, yourself back in the world. You know, allow yourself to get back there slowly and on your terms. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Let your haters know I don't care. Everyone has a different opinion. I don't feel like haters deserve to know shit. You know what I mean, personally. But like, I feel like, yeah, just getting your self-respect back, or getting you back, getting your independence back, allowing yourself to remain separate from a situation with no remorse. Okay, that's the goal. And I feel like you may be having a hard time doing that, because I feel like there's an attempt at doing that, but because of this lack of self-sufficiency, or because you're still dependent on certain things, you're having a hard time fully being separate from something you become disillusioned to. Okay, and that's the worst feeling, when you're still dependent on situations that on people that fucked you up. It's fucking terrible. So it's super important to like get back to you. You know what I mean? So you can be separate from it. So, but yeah, I do see you regaining your composure. I mean, just give me a card on that Nine of Cups with the Hermit. Yeah, I feel like on an emotional level, you have a strong desire to go your own way, Libra. The desire is there. You have a strong desire to go your own way and be separate from something that you perceive to be dysfunctional, chaotic, not happy, not fulfilling. It's just about getting yourself in the position where you can be separate, or where you can, even if it's not money, even if you're completely abundant financially, you know, all that. It's just about having the confidence to be separate. Okay. Because when you separate yourself from family, okay, that fucks you up and all this shit, people are going to say something. People are going to try to make you the problem. It's about not caring what people are saying. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to, it's unfortunate, but you're probably separating yourself because of some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to explain real shit to people that know what happened, You're talking to a bunch of idiots. And when you're arguing with idiots, people watching, they can't tell who's the fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't ever let yourself defend yourself to people that are like standing on nonsense. So it's like, you need to understand that that doesn't need to be a part of your self-worth, or it's like there's a need here to validate yourself and not expect that validation from family or a relationship or something that you thought would have made you happy. It's about finding your own self-worth and not needing the praise for it, not needing the recognition for it, you know, getting hate for it actually, and not caring because you don't want that as a part of your reality. So that's kind of like the goal for you this week. So you may be being judged for it, like I said, with that judgment in reverse, or you maybe being very hard on yourself. Because like sometimes there's not even any point to like say the reality of the situation. Because usually, especially with family situations, everybody knows the reality. If you have to point out common sense, it's like, do you really want those people in your life? I don't know. It's weird. But let's see. Give me an oracle for Libra. Gracefully aging, grief work. So some of you guys just outgrown a situation. That's too many. You could have outgrown a situation. There could be something that you're still accepting. I mean, like, people don't understand, like, even when you accept that a situation is fucked up, the amount of effort it takes to like fully disconnect from that, fully heal from that, fully accept what it is, understand that nothing is going to change, understand that nobody's going to give a fuck, nobody's going to love you, or not. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Like, for example, if it's a family situation, it gets to a point, like, you can only cry about your problems and think about your problems for so long. It gets to a point where you need to move on from that and grieve that whole situation on hold so you can stop letting it haunt you, you know? Because, yeah, even after you know, you go through the pain over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It doesn't make you weak. It just makes you human. But eventually, it's just like you become frustrated with yourself, you know? It's like the lack of support you get from people is that much more judgment you put on yourself. Let's see, give me one more for Libra. Adult children. Some of you guys just got a bunch of adult children like gaslighting you or trying to make you feel some type of way, or they're just being idiotic. Okay. You know, for those of you, or maybe you were disillusioned in regards to a love situation, you may be realizing that even though you are dating a 40-year-old man or woman, they're a child. You know what I mean? Because trust me, age has nothing to do with maturity at all. So, and some of you guys are just dealing with family members that is basically like talking to a kid. We're like, shh, shh. Let's not let the boogeyman hear us. Go. But you could be dealing with a Pisces. You also have Cancer and Virgo. All right, quick break, guys. Quick break. Am I getting trolled tonight? I'm so tempted to be nosy. It's toxic. missing here? I don't see anything. I don't see any hateful comments, so I must be misunderstanding something. I have an Aries rising. A Gemini sun, Sag moon, Aries rising. 100% Lana's family land. I totally agree. Because you can't go wrong with focusing on yourself. And if you do get in a relationship, that relationship should be in support of yourself anyway. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bush Tarot. But it's like, you can't go wrong with focusing on yourself at all. So even if you're having relationship problems, the best thing you can do is just kind of withdraw and be wise when it comes to what you react to and focus on your vulnerability points, right? So focus on where you feel like you're lacking, because sometimes we react, or sometimes we be vulnerable to unnecessary trials in a relationship because we have a vulnerability point in one of our aspects, whether we feel broke, we feel dependent on that person, we feel bored, we don't have passions, we're not communicating, you know, we don't we're not in understanding of our own logic and reasons of things, you know, our health. Like sometimes we can lash out at our partner because we are vulnerable in an aspect. So the number one thing you need to do if you are confused in a relationship level, you know, me and Butch are fucking always going through this, reminding each other to, like, of our vulnerability points. You know, we're always getting to the gym, and like, that's why I tell him, I'm like, I love it when he goes to the gym. I love it when he's like taking care of himself, because it makes such a huge difference in how you feel, right? Same with me. Like, I feel better when I'm working and I'm busy and I'm doing stuff. When I'm depressed and I let myself down, that's when I'm like, I'm just depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just depressed. Like, the world's the worst in my eyes. And it's like, if you are in a relationship, don't even start questioning the relationship, obviously, unless there's immediate issues. Don't start questioning the relationship until you get yourself in check, because you're going to be a lot happier. But keep in mind, your person needs to be doing the same thing, and there needs to be an active, like, effort in that, you know? Because yeah, it's like, same with health. Like, when I'm eating like shit, when I start letting myself go, I just feel like shit, and it changes my responses. It changes how I am. Like, we all have different values, but like, whatever your values are in each elemental energy, you need to balance them out, where you're creating a vulnerability point, and you're going to be vulnerable to unnecessary trials that you don't need to experience, but you're experiencing them because there's a void that you could just fill yourself. You know, but yeah, sometimes, but of course, if you have someone that is not in support of your desire to fill your like personal elements, like if you're with someone that is not letting you make money, they're not letting you go to the gym, then yeah, that's an issue, you know? Like, if you want to do things for you and not only like, and your partner isn't letting you, then yeah, that's an issue. And sometimes, do you know what my best advice is? If you're dealing with someone that's controlling like that, just do it anyway. Do it anyways. You know what I mean? You have to rebel sometimes to put people in check and to make them realize they can't control you like that. Sometimes it works. And if it doesn't, then they're lost. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Anyways, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo. Because I promise, even if you get into a relationship and it feels good initially, you're going to have the same problem that you had in a previous relationship if you don't take care of whatever is lacking, whether it's just your own inability to take action, your own inability to take accountability for your health and finances, your own inability to communicate. What am I missing? And your own ability to embrace self-love and take care of yourself and nurture yourself. Like, your partner can't be there loving up on you 24/7. Like, you have to be able to entertain yourself. You have to be able to know what brings you happiness, knows what brings you peace. Like, know that if you go take a walk, or if you have a bath, or if you treat yourself, you're going to feel like a fucking slay, bitch. Can't mess with me. Your partner doesn't need to make you feel like that. And they can, but you can't expect that from them all the time, right? Anyways, Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? What can Virgo expect this week? One more. What can Virgo expect this week? Three shuffles. All right, so overall energy for you, Virgo: Three of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Well, I feel like this week, Virgo, there may be a lot of bullshit in your surroundings, in your social circle, in your friend group. There seems to be a lot of unnecessary drama trying to impede on what you got going on. You are showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, so that's awesome. You're in a space of being very responsible, stable. You're remaining grounded. You're still focused on your priorities, your kiddos, your health, whatever it may be. I do feel like you're becoming disillusioned in regards to someone that is very immature in your social circle. This could be a sister or a friend, or it could be a lover too, that seems to be indulging into the negative side of things. Maybe they're bitching more often than not, or you just perceive them to be someone that is just being spiteful or vindictive or childish. Okay? Because I do see you, I feel like this is you, like, being very decisive about the bullshit. Okay, this is you kind of calling it as you see it, or again, more so just avoiding it on a whole, avoiding a situation that is trying to bring you down, avoiding someone that may be trying to be petty, something of that nature. Let's give me one more on that Three of Cups in reverse with the Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, the Four of Wands in reverse, it's like you're not welcoming whatever this is, okay? It could potentially be someone that you live with, or there's something in the home or family situation that is causing a lot of unnecessary drama. But again, I don't really see you being too bothered by it. You seem to be kind of keeping up appearances, or you're not with these people, but it's like you're kind of more so focused on your work. It's almost like there's something that you feel like you've outgrown, you're not really indulging into. I mean, Moon in reverse, like, it kind of feels like the noise is external to you. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, you're not even interested in it. Like this is, you could have also got a new perspective that may almost feel like you're disillusioned to something here. You may have lost interest to pursue something or hear someone out. Who is this person to Virgo, or who is this situation? The Fool in reverse could be an Aries. And the Ten of Wands in reverse. So you may perceive this to be someone that is not really doing their part in a situation, maybe not. You may see them as someone that's unreliable, irresponsible. You may feel like they're reckless. You may feel like this person lacks faith when it comes to certain aspects in their life, and you may feel like they're a little bit of a downer in the way that when they lack faith, they're kind of honed in on that, and now everything's a problem, or they're not really willing to receive some type of solution. And Virgos, that's kind of like one of your fortes, okay, is to kind of see an issue and like have the solution ready for those that are willing. But it's almost like you feel like this person has no interest in the solution. So it's kind of like you're kind of sitting around and shooting the shit with people, and you realize there's someone just wants the bitch. You know what I mean? Whether that's a partner or whatever. It's like you're realizing that someone just wants to be negative, essentially. And I feel like if this is a family, if this is a relationship or a family situation or someone you're living with, I feel like you're recognizing that this is not something that you want. You're recognizing that this is not making you happy, but I feel like you're not really giving it too much energy. You're more so in a space of, you know, moving forward with what's in your control, avoiding conflict. A lot of you guys are very focused on something, some type of new beginning here. You may be initiating, it's like you're very motivated by your work right now, by your responsibilities, by your relationship. If you're in a relationship, like for some of you, you're sitting pretty here with your King of Pentacles, solid as can be. And there's a lot of external noise that is just kind of like annoying. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like you may feel like, for those of you that are in a relationship, or you've recently just celebrated a marriage or something like that, you may feel like you don't really have the support of people, but you're looking at these people as like haters, okay? Because I don't really see it bothering you. You're kind of sitting pretty. And again, for those of you that are single, you seem to be, again, in connection with your own feminine and masculine, making shit happen, being very focused on what's in your control. Again, Knight of Pentacles, you can't really be moved, okay, at all. What's that rap song by, is it Roy Jones? Or I don't know, can't be moved, can't be touched, can't be moved, can't, it's a rap song, but anyways, can't be touched, we had, anyway. So yeah, Virgo, I feel like you're in a space of like being persistent despite the drama, despite a friend group or some type of, some of you guys may have canceled plans as well with a friend, or with something that, with someone that was optimistic about connecting or reuniting with you, or optimistic about some type of plan. And you may have canceled plans on someone, and you may feel like they're being spiteful about it. But again, I don't really see you letting it get to you. I feel like you're disappointed. I feel like you're disappointed that someone is responding in the way they are. Let's tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, because I feel like this is all external noise. Ace of Cups in reverse. Five of Swords. I just feel like you're in a space where you recognize who you're talking to, and you may be feeling the need to be responsible when it comes to someone's bitter emotions. You may be recognizing that someone just wants to fight, someone just wants to cause drama, someone just, again, this is just you being, it's kind of like when you don't reciprocate on haters or rumors, because you know you're just reciprocating to people that want to just be negative. So it's almost like less is more with certain people, okay? And I feel like you're in a space where less is more with some type of social group or friend circle, and you're not really welcoming, you know, the rumors or the gossip or the negativity. Okay, especially for those of you that are in a relationship with someone, you may be in a space where you feel like there's a lot of negativity being put on your partner. You seem to be, again, maintaining a level of loyalty for your partner because you feel, again, like you're dealing with a lot of vindictive people, spiteful people, whatever it may be. And again, you're just being responsible when it comes to what you entertain. So if that makes any sense, like, you guys know what I mean, right? When you know you're dealing with people that just want to fight, or they just want to bitch, or there's no point in talking to them. Even if they're saying a bunch of bullshit about you, there's no point in even defending yourself to them, because they just want to keep it going. You know what I'm saying? It's just a waste of energy. And you can't really defend yourself to people that don't want to know the truth. They just want to, like, whatever, you know what I mean? So I feel like you may feel as though people aren't happy for you, or you may feel like there's a lot of unnecessary drama coming into your life, but I see you staying grounded. I don't really see you being hung up on it. I feel like you're kind of in a space where you're regaining your composure. You recognize what is what, who is what. Just give me one more on that moon in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of you guys are in a space of successfully overcoming some type of financial hardship, or you're in a space where you're successfully overcoming something here that may have been causing a burden on your relationship or on your financial or health aspect of things. Because there seems to be an end of stagnancy in a relationship or in your financial department, okay? Simply because you chose to not stay stuck on the small things or worry about what people are saying, something of that nature. You also, Virgo, you may also be dealing with someone that is kind of being petty because you chose someone else or you chose another direction. I feel like you're recognizing that this person is just avoiding you getting away from them type of thing, and they may be doing that with really petty type of communication, really vindictive, spiteful communication. I feel like you're in a space where you made your choice with or without someone's support, with or without a peaceful ending. You've made your choice and you're sticking to it, and you're kind of letting things temper out, okay? You're letting things temper out naturally. You're letting this person wear themselves thin. You're letting this group of people even just talk themselves to sleep, okay? It's almost like you're looking at someone in a very childlike way because you feel like they just need to exhaust themselves until they're bored. Because you feel like they're just trying to bring you down, or you feel like they're just bringing themselves down. And you may feel like, for some of you, if it's a sister or someone that you feel like is causing their own problems or their own worst enemy, you're recognizing that there's nothing you can do to help them because they're in a space where they want to be in that energy. So you're kind of just being responsible when it comes to what you entertain, and you're being responsible when it comes to someone that may have repressed emotions towards you, you know? And I feel like you're avoiding escalating the conflict there. That sums it all up. You're avoiding escalating the conflict. Okay? Could be a Pisces that you're dealing with. Could also be a Cancer, another Virgo, or an Aries. Just give me an oracle for Virgo. We do have new careers. So a lot of you guys may be focused on a career. We also have family changes. So some of you guys, maybe there's family changes. Maybe you're reuniting a family. Maybe there's changes within a family. I don't know. Realizations and epiphanies. I feel like you're realizing who the fuck you're dealing with and they're not worth your time, grieving. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of realizations, epiphanies. A lot of you guys are going through family changes. It could be causing some unhappiness, or it could be causing you to not be able to party as much. Some of you guys, again, there's a new career shift, and it's like maybe you're not partying as much, or you don't really have a social life. And you may feel like, you know, people are trying to seduce you to come out or go for drinks, and you're like not really, it's like you're motivated right now. You're thriving. You're in your lane, and it's like you don't really have any interest in it. But yeah, I feel like you just are realizing the reality of a situation. So, I don't feel like you're having a difficult time with it though. Even though it's really annoying and there's a lot of external noise, I don't feel like you're having a difficult time shutting it out. I feel like the hardest part is just kind of, you know, regaining your composure and just, you know, recognizing the reality of people, especially if there is people that are trying to bring you down, or if there is people that are just starting rumors, especially within the family. That sucks, you know, when your own fucking family is shit talking you, the fuck? Or friends even, like maybe you thought they were your friends and they're just out shooting the shit, like that sucks. But you seem to be having an easy time like sticking with it and staying focused. All right. Leo. Let's get Maya. Rory Jones, yeah. Can't Be Touched. I used to love that song. It's an oldie. All right. 3 more. What do we have for Leo? What can Leo expect this week? What can Leo expect this week? 3 shuffles. There you go. Boom. Overall energy for you, the Sun. You're definitely in your element. We do have the Knight of Cups as well. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. The Strength card. Empress in reverse. Death in reverse. Page of Pentacles upright. And the Justice in reverse. All right, so I'm going to read this on a personal level, and then if you're dealing with someone too, because on a personal level, Leo, you guys are in a space where you're definitely inspired. Honestly, you're inspired by things just not going your way. Like, it's kind of like when you really have no crutch to lean on anymore and you just got to go, you just got to make shit happen. Because some of you guys may be going through some type of financial hardship or health problem, you know, even minor. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles is a temporary hardship. Okay, so let's not be dramatic, but it's like, I do feel like you are inspired by this feeling of lack, or feeling like things are not really working out in your favor, and you may need to be a little bit more cautious moving forward when it comes to your money situation. Because on a personal level, there does seem to be a newfound optimism when it comes to your money situation. You do seem to be aware of the lack of change when it comes to your money situation, when it comes to you and how you approach your day-to-day life, your personal goals and all of that. And I feel like you're also becoming aware that the more time that goes on, the more things that just are piling up. Things are not going in your favor. It's kind of like, you know, maybe bills are piling up, or there's something just piling up. And it's just, I feel like you're trying to avoid worst case scenario. By setting a long-term plan. Now, some of you guys have a newfound optimism because you received some type of hope in the financial department. What's that Page of Pentacles? 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's, and the Ace of Cups. So, Leo, some of you guys are receiving some type of financial support that is allowing you to alleviate current anxieties you have. It's allowing you to be very strategic moving forward when it comes to how you address your financial situation. Some of you guys are in a space this week where you're setting goals. You're taking yourself seriously. You're in a space where you're trying to overachieve, maybe like make up for lost time type of energy, maybe take on more hours. And you do seem to be receiving the opportunity and support to do that, to take on more hours, to be able to make more money. It seems like the opportunity is there. It's just whether you're going to, you know, listen to yourself and follow through with it yourself. Because the opportunity is there. It's just doing it, you know, and embracing the change needed to do it. I mean, just give me one more on that death in reverse, because I feel like there could be Three of Cups. Some of you guys need to pay attention to who you're hanging out with. Or some of you guys, because there seems to be a resistance to actual long-term change because of your friend circle, because of who you're hanging out with, because of siblings even, or it's like you're wasting valuable time here, you know, indulging into experiences that may be fun, but may not be the time for, you know what I'm saying? I would avoid as well friends or siblings or people that they're always wanting to hang out, they're always wanting to go out, but they're never willing to actually pay, for example. And you may always be the one to overcompensate or be the one to pay, something like that. You may need to kind of really fully take yourself seriously and say, if you're going to make some type of change in regards to your financial situation or personal goals, you're going to have to like take yourself seriously enough to set boundaries with external influences, right? So for some of you, if it's not money, it's just a health thing, okay, where you may be receiving the opportunity to overcome some type of health concern, but it's like you're really going to have to stop reciprocating on certain experiences that are preventing that change, okay? One more in the Justice in reverse, the Hangman. Some of you guys are receiving money, okay, or you're receiving an opportunity, but I would avoid, because it's almost that energy where you just have enough. You're just getting enough money. You're just getting by. You're just, you know, okay, you've been eating healthy for a week and you're finally starting to feel better. But it's like sometimes we can get trapped in comfort, and there may be like a temptation to avoid holding yourself accountable for some type of necessary, like, you know, it is what it is type of scenario. Just because you have enough, and you may be tempted to not really push yourself further, or really challenge yourself to have more than enough, have more than enough health, more than enough money, more than whatever. It's like you may be tempted to not really challenge yourself, and so I would just be careful with that, because you are very optimistic this week. It seems to be like a very good week for you to set new goals, set new intentions, especially when it comes to your money or health situation. But it's like really needing to take yourself seriously and laying down the law with yourself and the people around you, what you're willing to partake in moving forward, and really asking yourself, you know, because not everything needs to have a reason, but if it's like a reoccurring thing that's really causing some damaging impact when it comes to overindulging in certain situations, like we need to kind of be real with ourselves, and it sucks sometimes, but it is what it is, okay? So there's an opportunity to overcome something that you just thought would never be able to get better. You may, again, feel like you really dug yourself a pit here financially or health-wise. You have an opportunity to fix it, okay? Don't be in this like analysis paralysis mode of like, oh, I have enough, or I can just keep doing this or whatever. There may be a need to really take it seriously. Now, for those of you dealing with a person, because some of you, this is a person that is coming in wanting to fix a situation. Same thing though. You're going to have to really take this person seriously because they're not messing around. This is someone that is giving you an opportunity to fix a situation. This could be a sibling. Give me one more in regards to who this might be for Leo. Could also be a Cancer. Or this is someone that is desiring to overcome some type of conflict between the two of you, Leo. Could be a friend, sibling, or a Cancer, Libra, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Leo. This is someone that is really wanting to fix a situation. And this is someone that is trying to gain perspective in regards to your situation, like your real situation. Are you really going to put in the work? Are you really going to potentially take accountability for something? Because for some of you, this person is seeking or looking for fairness. They're looking for honesty. There's someone here that is desiring fairness, and you may be in a space of like humming and hawing in regards to whether you want to give this person honesty or if you want to be fair. Why is Leo struggling to be fair with this person? Page of Cups. Eight of Cups. Because you may feel like this person doesn't take you seriously because of some type of prior issue that caused this person to walk away. So you may feel like this person doesn't really care about you to begin with, or you may feel this sense of abandonment from this person where they don't really care that much, where it kind of makes you question whether it's worth it kind of makes you question whether it's worth the energy to even try to be honest, to try to be fair, to try to even take accountability for something. It's like from your perspective, like, am I just taking accountability so you can just screw me over again? You know what I mean? Or am I just being fair so you can just twiddle me like a puppet? Like, that's kind of coming from your perspective. So for some of you, I feel like you're having a hard time showing someone vulnerability because you may feel like they're just, you know, they may take it for granted almost, or you may also feel like this person is avoiding issues too. So it's kind of like a dual thing. Oh, I feel like there's a deeper problem though here if this is a person. Because I feel like if this is a person, especially a friend or someone that is trying to reunite with you, I feel like the deeper issue is you don't really feel valued by this person. You don't feel like this person values you. So it kind of has you feeling cautious when it comes to the support they're giving you. Almost feels like fake. Give me one more on that Justice in reverse if this is a person that they're dealing with. King of Cups. Well, I feel like you're having a hard time embracing unconditional love and support for someone. You're having a hard time embracing maturity when it comes to someone. There's likely, what's the past with this person? The Magician, okay. For Leo side, King of Pentacles. Are you bitter toward this person? Because it kind of feels as though, Leo, you may feel like you may feel like you helped this person, okay, in a relationship or in a career aspect, with their reputation even. You may feel like also that you've attempted to manifest something serious or a partnership with this person, maybe even a relationship. And I feel like there's some hurt feelings here because you're struggling to be fair when it comes to giving this person a level of maturity, or I don't even want to call it that. I don't want to gaslight that, but it's almost like you're struggling to give this person your support without some level of understanding in regards to what their place is in your life. Okay. So it kind of makes me feel like you're bitter toward a situation. I feel like you're dealing with some bitterness toward a person. It's like you're having a hard time supporting them because in the past, you may feel like you held a lot of influence, or you feel like this person influenced you into a relationship, a long-term relationship, or you may feel like this, maybe, for example, maybe it's just someone in the workplace, okay, that you feel holds a lot of influence, and you're having a hard time giving this person your whole support because there's some type of new perspective that makes you feel. Give me one more on the past. What happened here for Leo in the past? Two of Cups. There was a partnership. So you developed some type of partnership with someone. You could have developed feelings even. There was a solid partnership here. In the past, you were in a partnership with this person. And what caused this unwillingness to be fair? Queen of Cups in reverse. Honestly, I feel like it's because you feel like someone doesn't support you. You feel like someone doesn't fully support you, or you feel like this person is emotionally manipulative, potentially. You may also feel like this person is overly sensitive. I don't know, Leo. You have a chance to make it work, but I feel like you're really struggling. You're really struggling to give this person your full support. Like, this King of Cups is like trying to maintain his composure. I mean, give me one more with this King of Cups. Fool in reverse. I feel like you're trying to be wise when it comes to being reckless. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I can't figure out why you're having a hard time. I don't know. It kind of gives me that vibe like you just want someone to toughen up, really. Or it's like you don't want to take accountability for something or have that conversation because you feel like it shouldn't even be a conversation to begin with. So I feel like someone's giving you an opportunity to talk things out and fix things, but I feel like you're really having a hard time. I do feel like you will eventually express yourself or be mature, but it's going to take some time because you're like, do I want to? I don't know. I feel like you're struggling because for some of you, you're struggling if it's a relationship. You're struggling because you know that maybe you'll have to give more into the relationship and you don't know if you want to do that, or there needs to be more, accountability in regards to your words and actions matching how you say you feel. Okay. But yeah, I don't know, Leo. But yeah, some of you guys have an opportunity to fix. I got to stop this one. I'm dragging. You have an opportunity to fix a situation. And for a lot of you, this is a money situation. Let me get you an oracle. Give me an oracle for Leo. But I feel like luck is on your side this week, but like, don't take it for granted type of thing. Like, that's my personal advice, just looking at it. We do have you are stronger than you know, Leo. So whatever adversity that you're going through, you can get through it. We do have health. So healthcare change. Joining in. Join in. Just give me one more on the join in. The world. So you may actually find a sense of belonging here with a group of people that seems to be very good for your overall spiritual health, physical health, whatever it may be. I don't know, join in. The world. I mean, the world talks about like major life changes, and it's major life changes, the world, and then it brings us to the Fool, right? That allows a new beginning, that gets us our desired outcome. But there's also a sense of surrender that's necessary to embrace some type of change that's needed. Okay, just give me one more. We do have memories and finances. So some of you guys, this kind of feels like some of you guys just have accumulated some financial struggles maybe over time. Okay. I don't know, memories and finances. Some of you guys are missing, maybe some of you guys are in a space where you're missing an old way of living. Maybe you were more financially secure at one point in time, and there's like a nostalgicness for financial security, and it's like you're remembering all the things that you bought that you didn't really need to, that type of thing. But there's also like a need to not focus on the lack, but focus on what you can do to just get back in your power. Okay. And resist overspending or resist indulging into like unnecessary social gatherings that are not really worth your money or your time. Okay. But let's see. All right, moving on. Sorry if that one took a little bit longer. Could be dealing with a Libra. We also have Cancer, Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini. All right. Cancer. Two of Swords in reverse and the Page of Wands. Okay. What can Cancer expect this week? 3 shuffles. What can Cancer expect this week? One more. Three shuffles. Oh, that came out again. So that came out when I was shuffling too. So the Two of Swords in reverse is your overall energy, with the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Wands upright. Okay. Strength card, the Sun. Nine of Wands, Lovers in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. Well, Cancer, I mean, Two of Swords in reverse can talk about, you know, feeling stuck and limited, hesitant. Can also be like a very, you know, being a little bit of picking a situation apart. Okay. I feel like there's a situation here you're picking apart or being very hard on. Just give me one more on that Two of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords and the World in reverse. Okay, so on a personal level, Cancer, I'll read this on a personal level, and if you're dealing with someone. But on a personal level, Cancer, I feel like you're dealing with a lot of hesitancies. There's a lot of anxieties and negative thinking. It's like everything is coming to the surface, the facts. The Nine of Swords isn't really in vain necessarily. It can be very much real. It can be real stresses, real thoughts, the reality of a situation. But it's with that World in reverse. So there's something here that you feel like is not working out. You may be feeling a lack of closure. You may be feeling like something is not what you want. Like it's not your desired outcome. It's not, it doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right. Okay. I mean, what is that? Can we get a little bit more? Work. Two of Cups. For some of you, it's a partnership. It could be a work partnership. It could be someone that you've come into union with. There's something here that you're thinking very negatively on. The World in reverse is like, it just doesn't feel like it's a success. It's like you're working together, you're partnering with this person. It could be a work partnership too. Just keep that in mind. It's like you've come together with someone, but it doesn't really feel right, or it's just not working out, or it's causing a lot of anxiety. It's kind of like when you finally, you know, get to work with the boss, or like work hand in hand with someone, but it's like not natural, or it feels so awkward, or it's causing you more anxiety than anything. So there's some type of partnership here, Cancer, that seems to be causing you more anxiety than anything, and you're picking it apart. You don't want to give up on it, but you also may feel the need to set boundaries here. There's a part of you that doesn't want to lose out on it, or there's a part of you that's holding on to it, but there's also a part of you that may be feeling like the two of you have misaligned values, or there's some type of disconnect. You may feel like pushed in a corner a little bit by this person, like maybe you feel like they make you, like, they put you on the defense often. Tell me about that Nine of Wands. Three of Wands and the Queen of Cups in reverse. This kind of feels like when you have hurt feelings in a situation, or there's something here that is bothering you, but you feel like someone doesn't care enough to express it. And I feel like you're dealing with a partner. Again, it doesn't have to be an intimate thing. It could be a work partnership or someone, a colleague even, or something like that. There's someone here that there is something that's really bothering you. You feel hurt about, but you feel like this person does not care. So it's almost like you feel like you need to keep something to yourself. You do feel wounded. You may feel, you know, like maybe this person put you in a position that's a little bit awkward. It's kind of like when you're at work, for example, and people are like making comments and getting digs in there, like it's supposed to be funny, but it's not funny, like that type of energy. So you may feel like kind of put in an awkward position this week in a partnership. And I feel like you're avoiding being destructive, or you're avoiding losing this partnership. I mean, why does Cancer want it? Temperance in reverse, because it's a personal indulgence. There's something personal. Thank you, FG McCreds. I really appreciate that. So this is a personal indulgence. So you're aware something does not align with your values, but there's something here that, you know, is, it's like it's a self-indulgence with the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. One more. Why does Cancer want it? Four of Cups. King of Swords in reverse, Four of Cups. Honestly, some of you guys are just thinking irrationally when it comes to seizing other opportunities. Some of you guys are, it's almost like there may be other offers for jobs or other offers for partnerships, but you're not really interested in it. I don't know. This kind of feels like a personal indulgence type of thing. Sorry, Cancer. I'm trying to figure out why the fuck you want it. Why do you want it? It's hurting your feelings. Why do you want someone, or why do you want something that hurts your feelings? Why do you want it? I don't know. Some of you guys, okay, some of you guys are just thinking irrationally in regards to why someone is focusing on your negatives. So even if this is now I'm just going to start blending, okay? Because I was going to do separate individual and separate partner, but it's just too similar. So whether it's intimate, a partnership, a business partnership, you guys are thinking way too deeply in regards to why someone is ignoring you, why someone is focused on your negatives, why someone is like not giving you that promotion. You know, it's almost like you're thinking too deeply to the point of like trying to indulge on the discord, trying to indulge on like, you know, getting your way. The Four of Cups is like that sulking energy where it's like you want to get your way a little bit, you know, in the home life, for example, or if you're in the community with this person or whatever, it's like, you know, sulking until you get your way. And I feel like you're in a space where you feel like you're not getting your way with someone. Now, again, I'm not saying there's a specific thing that you want to go your way, but it's like you feel like someone is like focused on your negatives, or you feel like someone is not offering you that promotion. You feel like someone is just not impressed and it's bothering you. So, and it's like it's putting you in this defense mode. Like, why? You know, it's like you're waiting on this person. I feel like you're waiting on some type of reaction from this person to get a better understanding as to why. You already feel like this person doesn't support you, but I feel like you want to know why. Why does this person not support you? Now, the thing is, Cancer, did I shuffle these? Oh, shit. The thing is there is a decision being made this week when it comes to a partnership. Okay? Because you are coming into union with someone. So whether you've already been dealing with them or you're just coming into union with someone this week, you are coming into union with someone, but it's not really going the way you had hoped. Tell me about that Lovers in reverse with the Hierophant. Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Moon in reverse. Well, I feel like you may find yourself disconnecting a little bit this week. You're trying to be wise when it comes to someone's selfish motives. You may feel like there's someone here. You may have some insecurities in regards to someone illuminating something. So there's some tension here. So there's some tension, or you feel you have some insecurities in regards to someone illuminating something. For some of you, this is in the workplace. So for some of you, you feel as though there's someone that has the power to illuminate something and you have insecurities about that. I don't know what. Cancer, can we cut this out, Cancer? I don't know what you're doing. Can we cut this out? I don't know what you're doing. We need Tyler's Tarot up in here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. You need to stop this. Because I feel like you're bothered by a situation, but why are you letting yourself get so bothered? I feel like you're almost conforming to someone's manipulation, you know, out of fear or insecurity of someone illuminating something, or someone, you know, maybe taking another path when it comes to a partnership. If this is business, it's almost like you're conforming to something out of fear. And you have insecurities in regards to someone's motives, but you still want this because you're indulging into the experience because you feel you're thinking irrationally in regards to why someone is ignoring you, or why it's like you're looking too deeply into something. Okay, tell me about the Tower in reverse. I'm not going to lie, Cancer, this reading is giving me a headache. 10 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely a resistance to I feel like you're avoiding destroying this partnership because you may be aware, or you feel like you need to avoid being destructive when it comes to someone's already existing unhappiness in regards to you, or in regards to a certain proposal. Maybe you proposed an idea. Maybe you expressed some type of need on an emotional level, and you may have done it very generously or nicely, but you feel like it's not really going anywhere or giving you what you want. Cancer, if I could pull a whole other spread for you, I would, because I don't like this one. It just seems, I mean, Lovers in reverse, it's pulling you out of alignment. Tower in reverse, but you're still holding on to it. Two of Swords in reverse. You're being hard on yourself when it comes to making some type of final decision. Why? Because you're thinking irrationally in regards to why someone is ignoring you, or you're thinking irrationally when it comes to seizing other opportunities. So you're indulging into the experience of trying to figure out why someone doesn't like you, or why someone doesn't support you, or why someone is being so closed off to you. Okay, if it's an intimate partnership. Like, why is someone being so closed off? Okay. Like for some of you, if this is an intimate partnership, you're with this person, but you don't feel connected with them. You're trying to figure out why they're closed off. You're avoiding losing them at the same time. And I feel like it's because you do have optimism that you can make something happen. It just seems like a waste of your energy, Cancer. I don't even know where to take this any further. It seems like, I mean, what's this person's energy? Okay, this partnership, what's this person's energy toward Cancer? Because you may be overthinking this. Oh, never mind. 8 of Cups and the 5 of Wands is this person's energy. So if this is a business thing, Cancer, this is someone that looks at you as competition. Okay? This person may look at you as competition, or this is someone that is avoiding conflict. Okay, so they either look at you as competition or they're avoiding conflict. They may be keeping their distance because they're more focused on their personal desires, and they may feel like the two of you disagree on something. So this is someone that is just keeping their distance because they're avoiding a fight. They're aware that if the two of you start talking, it's going to cause a fight or a disagreement or an argument that they feel doesn't really have a solution, because they're in a space where they're moving toward the 9 of Cups, or they're moving toward their own desires in that position or job or whatever it may be. Like, they're very focused and honed in on their desires, where there's almost this indifference to your desires. Like, this person is not really, it's like they may feel like you have desires in this company or in this business, but there's a lack of, it's almost like there's they're very focused on self to the point that they don't want to hear you out. Like, if you're expressing ideas, maybe to rebrand or something like that, they're not wanting to listen. Okay. It's almost like they're humoring the situation. They may feel like you're competition to them as well, which is kind of causing this ego clash. If this is a more intimate thing, I feel like it's the same thing. This person may be avoiding conflict, or they feel like if they show some type of vulnerability, it's going to cause conflict or it's going to cause an argument. This person may be avoiding drama. So you may find them to be quite distant, or they're disconnected because they strongly disagree here with something, but they're avoiding addressing it. It's almost like when someone suppresses their inner truth because they feel if they express it, it's going to cause some type of argument. Okay, so if you're in a relationship with someone, Cancer, I'm just going to be honest with you, your partner feels like they can't talk to you. You could be dealing with a Libra, actually, or what I'm pretty sure it was Libra that they had that they were dealing with. But if you're in a relationship, your partner feels like they can't be honest with you because it just causes who's right, who's wrong. It causes like jealousy or an argument. So now what is this? Is this external energy or person that Cancer is with? What's their action toward the situation? 7 of Swords. One more. And the Magician. Well, if this is like an intimate partnership, this is just someone that's going to keep making underhanded comments until you get the point. Okay, this is someone that's kind of, you know, being very strategic when it comes to how they influence the situation. And they're just going to keep, like, this is someone that's kind of keeping their thoughts to themselves. And just the Seven of Swords can literally mean just someone making like underhanded comments, like, because they're like scheming. And with the Magician, this is someone that's scheming to influence things to go in a certain direction. In what direction? Death in reverse. Well, I feel like they really do want to make slow changes with you. Six of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like this is someone that does want to make slow changes with you, but they may feel like, you know, you're blaming them and only them, or they feel they may just feel frustrated and they're starting to think negatively about the situation because of the lack of improvement. So it's almost someone that's kind of becoming fed up. So they're making underhanded comments to influence some type of slow change. Because no, they don't want to lose you. They're not trying to influence an ending. They're trying to influence not to lose you, and to create some type of slow change because they feel like it's taking a long time. Six of Swords in reverse. It's taking a long time for you to get something. If this is a business partnership, if this is a business partnership or something outside of the love department, Cancer, I feel like this is someone that, you know, is kind of scheming to influence the situation. Because right now they feel like things aren't going anywhere. They feel like when it comes to the business or the company or whatever you guys were trying to accomplish, they feel like things are not changing. And I feel like they themselves are now starting to overthink, Cancer, why that is. It's almost like someone that's getting in their head, and there may be a resistance to kind of put certain things out of sight, out of mind. Thank you, Steven, man. What's up, man? Beautiful readings, Rose. Even as confusing as they seem, your readings are always amazing. Thank you. That is very generous of you, Steven. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, sometimes I'm kind of embarrassed because, like, I just feel sorry. They just sometimes don't make any sense. But if this is a work or business partnership, Cancer, this is someone that is, I feel like they're irritated because of the lack of change in the business, and they're trying to influence change and they feel like nothing is happening. So it's almost like someone that is trying to, you know, point the finger, I suppose, in regards to who's doing what wrong and whatever it may be. And they may be overthinking the situation when they could be rocking the boat even more or causing more disruption in the workplace because of their own frustration. It's almost like when someone is upset and they stub their toe, and then like the rest of the day, there's just frustration of energy coming from this person. It's kind of like that, where it may not be a personal reflection of their frustration towards you, but a personal reflection of their frustration in the overall lack of change, or lack of growth, even lack of improvement, whatever. So best advice, that was a long reading. Best advice, Cancer, whoever this is, stop overthinking it. Stop looking so deeply into why they're ignoring you, why they're, you know, because the more deeply you look into it, especially if it's an intimate thing, the more they're just going to feel like they can't talk to you because you're just taking, you know, like everything's like so personal. You know, I don't know how to explain that. But the best way I can explain it or put it into perspective is, do you really want to be in a relationship with someone that you have to constantly ask if there's something okay? No. And chances are that person doesn't want to be in a relationship with someone that treats them like a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you really need to ask yourself, like, if it's serious, they'll, like, tell yourself if it's serious, they'll talk to you. Or you're just going to start pushing them away because you're now acting and responding out of a place of fear, of wondering what's wrong, whatever it may be. And sometimes people just don't want to talk about a Cancer. Okay? Sometimes people just don't want to talk about it, you know? So you may just need to kind of, again, just don't look too deeply. Play it cool. Okay? Play it cool. Just give me an oracle card for Cancer. Get some rest. Instead of fighting with your partner, if it's a love thing, go to bed. Okay. Or just, again, get some rest if it's a work thing. We do have memories, and then we have take the next step now. So I don't know what that means for you. Sorry, these cards kind of are vague. Changing your mind. So get some rest, memories, changing your mind. Honestly, that could be why the Two of Swords is in reverse too, is your overall energy, because it's like you want to change your mind, but you're being very hard on yourself in regards to changing your mind because of some type of decision that was already made. Or again, there's a lot of negative thinking in regards to whether it's going to be a success or whether it will be accepted. Like, especially if it's a business partnership where there's something here you want to change up or change your mind on something. Like maybe you agreed to a partnership with someone or a collaboration with someone, and now you're like overthinking it. Like, is this going to be a success? Like, who cares? Just change your mind. Okay. Be a little bit more Gemini-like. In fact, it's a perfect time to be Gemini. It's Gemini season. Okay. You may need to just change your mind instead of like working yourself up silly. Or if this is a business partnership and it's causing more anxiety, or if it's a job that you took on, it's causing more anxiety for you than anything, just put it in the fuck it bucket. Okay. So you could be dealing with any sign. We have pretty much everything here. So I'm not going to name them all. Okay. All right, Gemini. Guys, give me a quick smoke, please. Sorry. Just give me a quick smoke. This is why it's nice to switch it up and start from Pisces. Because usually Pisces and Aquarius and Capricorn get my dragged out energy. And I find the more time that goes on, the more it's not that I feel like it drags out, but the more I'm just wanting to go deeper, if that makes any sense. But thank you, Stephen. That is very generous of you, man. I hope you're doing good. Spend a minute. Cancers, y'all stress me out for real. I'm an air sign, so I don't relate with Cancers very well. I do have a Cancer Venus, so I can kind of play it out in regards to how I relate to that aspect of my life. But that's one thing about Cancers, is sometimes they do make things deeper than it needs to be. And that's just Cancers. There's nothing wrong with it, actually. Like, we all have something, right? It's just when you're starting to cause yourself anxiety and all this shit, it's not worth it. Like, I mean, I'm an air sign, so I just cut shit off like nothing. Okay. One of my family members is a Cancer, and anyways, she would date a guy for like a couple days, and she would get so worked up with how she was going to tell him she didn't want to see him anymore. Like, she would work herself. I'm like, just fucking cut him off. You know what I mean? Like, I can't relate with that with Cancers. Like if you've just been talking to a guy for a couple of days, couple of weeks, whatever, like, it's not even deep yet to make it deep. Why are you making it deep? Like, Cancers, y'all stress yourself out. It's one thing, you know, I love about being an air sign is I think air signs have the easiest time cutting shit off. just cut it off, Cancer. Whatever that fuck it was. Whether business partnership, relationship, something that makes you feel like shit. Like, don't let anything make you feel like shit. Just move on. You know. I remember telling her, I'm like, just cut him off. She's like, really? Just do that? I'm like, yeah, just cut him off. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, especially if it's just a new thing or like, like life is way too fucking short to be dilly-daddling in this, like, whatever, you know. All right, Gemini, I did switch it. All right, what do we have for Gemini? Gemini with a Scorpio moon, that's got to be tough. Scorpio moon, is, I feel, is like the toughest placement. Y'all are so hard to get emotion from. My daughter is a Scorpio moon, so I looked really deep into that. You can't force a Scorpio moon to be open at all. You have to let them come to you, type of thing, or they'll just be suspicious. But anyways, they have a hard time trusting. But let's see, what do we have for Gemini? What can Gemini expect this week? Two more. What can Gemini expect this week? Three shuffles. Overall energy, Gemini, Chariot in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. Well, I feel like you're having a hard time overcoming some type of struggle here. Okay, so, it's right there. I mean, look at that. Five of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles is right there. Because the Chariot in reverse is all about like lacking direction, feeling scattered, having a hard time overcoming some type of struggle or conflict with a person. Now, I'm going to read it as an individual, and if you're dealing with a person, on an individual level, Gemini, you're definitely having a hard time overcoming some type of either financial adversity or health issue. Now, the good news is we have the Ace of Pentacles right there. Now, to me, the Five of Pentacles can be all about it kind of reminds me, I don't know if you guys know that song by Madonna, When You Call My Name. It's like a prayer. Now, I know there's weird meanings to that song, but to me, it's like, I mean, if you watch the music video, there's a lot of like symbolisms of her going to the church and all of this. And I feel like there's like a period in your life, Gemini, that's kind of, you know, pushing you to a place of solitude and vulnerability, to the point that it's almost forcing you to embrace something new. Okay, it kind of feels like you're being forced to God, even like the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles in reverse can be like spiritual poverty, where you're clinging on to everything that's working right now just to avoid, you know, just to avoid some type of change, or from starting from the bottom, or to avoid lacking. But the Five of Pentacles upright is saying that you're already going through some type of struggle, Gemini, whether that's financially or health-wise. You're already going through the struggle. Now, this struggle is pushing you into something new, but you just kind of have to let it happen. And I feel with that Chariot in reverse, you may be trying to control the direction of this, or you may be trying to force a certain aspect of how you're going to overcome this struggle, when it's like the universe is saying, like, just call my name, like a prayer. Madonna. That song gives me fucking goosebumps, because I perceive that song probably differently than a lot of other people perceive that song, but it gives me literal goosebumps. Because it just reminds me of the connection of God. And again, there's weird meanings to that song. I feel like songs is like all how you filter and perceive it, and frequencies and all this blah, blah, blah. I make every song how I want to make it, what it means for me, you know, even love songs. Okay. I'm going to make that love song about God. Okay. I'm talking about God. I miss God. Something like that, you know? And I feel like there's something here where you're already in the struggle. Just let go kind of thing, you know? Just let go. And with that Ace of Pentacles, there is opportunity to overcome this struggle. But with that Chariot in reverse, you may be, again, having a hard time, you know, moving past personal conflict, moving past struggle, moving past you know, you may be starting to recognize that there's certain values as well that don't serve you anymore. And there may be a need to kind of shift your belief system, because when your belief system starts to control your spirit, that's dangerous. Okay. Sometimes we need to shift our belief system to work for our belief system should work for our spirit, not the other way around, you know? And I feel like when it comes to traditional aspects of beings and, you know, what the traditional aspect of life or this struggle would be, how do I say, like the traditional protocol to approach your struggle, whatever that is that you're going through financially or health specifically, it may not be the best approach for you, or however you would normally approach it. Like you may need to kind of shift your beliefs or shift what's important to you, and really kind of make a list of what's preventing you right now from overcoming this struggle. What's preventing you from embracing a new opportunity, you know? And is most of those things on that list something more traditional and surface level that you don't even fucking care about? Like if the world was coming to an end, would you care about that? Like, honestly, I'm getting off track. Like, sorry if you're atheist or something, but it's like, there's certain things that may not really serve you anymore. I do see some fun things happening for you this week, but I do feel like at the end of the day, Gemini, there's some type of struggle you're already in. Okay. And it's kind of needing to, highly recommend just listening to that song, like a prayer by Madonna, just in that perspective of like connecting with source in a way of trusting it. Okay. Just give me one more on that King of Cups in reverse with the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there's certain people in your life, Gemini, or there's some type of work collaboration, or there's an opportunity to get on the same page with someone, but you're really lacking inspiration to do so. Okay, it's almost like you're going against the flow here to make something work, or to get on the same page with someone. It could be a sibling too, or a work partnership, something like that. There's something here you're just, you know, making happen because it works, because they're there, because you see the value on a surface level aspect of things. But is it really giving you value, Gemini, with that King of Cups in reverse? It's almost like, you know, you're having a hard time giving something your full support. Okay. It's almost like you're forcing it. The Chariot in reverse can feel like you're forcing something. So I feel like you're forcing yourself to give something support. Why is Gemini doing that? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Honestly, I feel like it's because you lack a vision, or you may be in a note in regards to what you're really working toward. Like some of you guys are lacking a specific vision in regards to what you're working toward. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse can be, you know, inconsistency, you know, not really understanding the value of what they have, not understanding the value of their own efforts too. It can also be like laziness too, right? So Geminis, I love yes, but sometimes Geminis can take like the easiest way for fucking everything. Okay, it's low key. Like we are like we just want to have fun. We just want to do what we want. We just want to live without the restrictions. And it's like such a Gemini thing, and I totally get it. But it's like sometimes you just need to be a little bit more earthy. And I feel like there's something here, Gemini, where you're having a hard time fully embracing your full potential. Okay. And because of that, you may be kind of taking the easier way to approach some type of issue, when it may not be the best way. Okay. What is Gemini working toward that's not the best? Five of Swords in reverse. So there's something here that you just feel defeated in. One more. Nine of Pentacles. I don't know, that's a weird energy, because this is saying that what you're doing that maybe not the best for you is avoiding the conflict, avoiding the drama. As long as you're good, as long as you're holding on to some sense of independence and financial security or self-worth, it's almost like you're kind of letting the little nuances of your external reality just happen. The Five of Swords in reverse is like avoiding conflict, you know? Just give me one more on that Five of Swords in reverse with the Lovers. So some of you guys are just avoiding escalating conflict, or you're avoiding some type of conflict in regards to a major choice that is necessary for you. For some of you, that's a choice between two lovers. And for others of you on a personal level, if you're just single, ready to mingle, you know, some of you guys are avoiding making the choices necessary to get on your path of alignment, because there's this sense of self-sufficiency in a financial aspect and a superficial aspect and all of that. And you may be almost like laggy-dagging, okay, Gemini? You may be almost laggy-dagging when it comes to actually just kind of getting onto your path of purpose, because you feel like, well, I'm good, I look good, I feel good, I'm taking care of myself, all of this good stuff, all this glamorous stuff. And there may be this like laggy-dagging type of energy, because honestly, you may feel mentally defeated when it comes to making some type of major choice. So some of you guys are already aware of what this choice is on a spiritual level. Okay, the Lovers is like choices that are necessary for our own personal alignment and for our purpose, you know, whether that's a job change, whether that's a choice between two, whether that's a, you know, just making the necessary choices for our greater good. And I feel like on a personal level, you either feel too mentally defeated to make those choices right now. You're kind of enjoying the luxury of like, oh, well, I'm good. Okay. And if you're dealing with other people, there's a need here to kind of stand up for yourself with that, because the Five of Swords in reverse is what you're doing with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse that may not be the best route for you. So that it's almost like there's a need here to stand up for yourself, like defeat at all costs, like hold tight to some type of awareness on a situation. And you may be avoiding conflict in doing that, because you're like, well, you know, nobody can, like the Nine of Pentacles is like a self-sufficient energy, like this overall feeling of self-worth, because you got everything under control. You got your health under control, your money under control, or there's this sense of independence. Even if you're in a relationship, there's just this sense of independence. So why bother? It's that type of energy. And that could be causing you to avoid some type of improvement on a spiritual level, because the Five of Swords upright sometimes can be necessary to move on to calmer waters on a personal level, right? So I feel like there's almost something necessary that needs to occur, where you need to kind of vouch for yourself. Even if you're not dealing with other people, you just need to kind of be honest with yourself that you need to fight for something at all costs when it comes to what's good for you. And there may be you may be kind of being nonchalant about that, or being lazy toward that necessary action you need. And it's like, well, why, Rose? Why should I care if I'm looking good, feeling good, everything's there? Because yeah, with that Nine of Pentacles, you have the independence to be able to say, like, I'm good. And that's totally cool. Enjoy that moment for a minute. But like, are you fulfilled? You know what I mean? Like, are you in a, like, because I don't know, are you fulfilled? Are you inspired? Because yeah, on a personal level, Gemini, I'll read this if this is a person you're dealing with too, but on a personal level, you're definitely lacking inspiration, and you seem to be doing what works. This kind of makes me feel like you're enjoying the small wins type of thing, where yeah, there is things to celebrate. There is things to have a toast about. There is things to celebrate, but it's like, are you fulfilled? Are you on your path, or are you forcing something? But yeah, because I feel like you're a little bit scattered this week, Gemini, maybe all over the place. And I feel like right behind this Five of Pentacles is like an opportunity, like, again, Madonna, okay, like a prayer. That song where she goes into the church, and again, take it how you, this is anyway. So, I mean, what's that Three of Cups? Because let's just see what you do have to celebrate. The King of Swords. Honestly, I feel like you're recognizing that, like, some of you guys have implemented your own knowledge in the way of like cutting out a lot of unnecessary bullshit, maybe, you know, getting a bit better structure, routine with the King of Swords. Okay. Some of you guys are just in a more light-hearted place because you feel not so oppressed. The King of Swords in reverse can feel oppressed, you know, thinking irrationally, thinking, you know, lacking structure, you know, just being out of order, out of your sorts. And I feel like there's things that are, you've got your focus back, you've got your grip back, you've got your best trait back, Gemini. And it's like something to celebrate, but it's like, okay, now, you know, with this King of Cups in reverse, are you fulfilled? So I feel like there's opportunity to collaborate with people this week, Gemini. Okay. And you know, you seem to be implementing it because it seems to be quite easy. It doesn't seem to be something that's taking a lot of effort, but is it in alignment with you? I don't know. Okay. I don't know, Gemini. It's like you may need to challenge your own, because I feel like I feel like you're rejecting your own values on something here to do something, if that makes any sense. Now, if you're dealing with a person, I still feel like there's this sense of, you know, feeling like you're lacking something, maybe feeling, you know, abandoned in some way, maybe feeling like someone is just pulling you along. For some of you, you may feel conned a little bit. Okay. Like you may feel like someone's like pulling you along with potential with the Ace of Pentacles, but at the end of the day, they're really giving you nothing. And you may feel like, you know, a little bit, you may be having a hard time overcoming this conflict of just feeling like someone's pulling you along. Okay. For those of you that are dealing with a relationship of any type, whether that's a friend, lover, or whatever it may be, I do feel like you're building up resentment, Gemini, or you're building up bitterness here towards someone. You are building up bitterness towards someone. Give me one more on that King of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Because you feel like someone seduced you into something, or you feel like someone is being vindictive about something, or you feel like someone is just immature and annoying. And it's like you're waiting for something more solid. You could be waiting on a proposal for some of you. It's like you may feel like someone is just, you know, you may feel let down by someone's approach or lack thereof. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, you may have some bitter emotions toward this person. And I feel like those bitter emotions toward this person, because that person is still in your life somehow, is causing you to almost rebel against being optimistic. Give me one more on that Three of Cups. Five of Cups in reverse. See, those bitter emotions are causing you to rebel against the situation, you know, because there's a resistance here to connect with this person. There's a resistance to, how do you say? It's like there's a resistance to show vulnerability even, okay? Because it's almost like you feel like you're forcing something, and the more time that goes on, the more closed off you get. You may not really be considering the difference in values between the two of you. Like if this is just a friend, for example, like the difference in values between the two of you could be, you know, a make or break, but it's like you're playing stupid to it, you know, or you may be trying to force it anyways, despite the difference in values, but you just find yourself developing more pent up feelings and more bitterness because you feel like someone isn't apologizing, or you feel like someone isn't happy for you, or you feel like you can't move on from something. And again, for some of you, there's a resistance, or you're almost rebelling against going out with a friend or going out. It's almost like you're resisting acting like things don't exist, okay? And some of you are attempting to avoid being petty. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, what's the point of having a friend or having someone that you connect with on an emotional level that you can't be real with? So you may be spending a lot of time with someone that, yes, you're connecting with and you're moving. It's like you're trying to avoid being petty, but at the same time, you feel like you can't be real. And I feel like you're acting like you don't have some type of emotion. You're acting like you don't have some type of bitterness or sadness or disappointment in a situation because of a difference in values that make you feel like you need to force to suppress some type of expression. But it's just causing you damage at the end of the day. So I feel like this week, Gemini, you may find yourself forcing unnecessary connections, or you may find yourself scattered, okay? Because it's almost like you're dancing around the obvious of something. And I feel like it's almost like the hardship is already here, okay? There's some type of hardship that's already here. You know, it can't get any worse. I mean, I hope not. You know what I'm saying? It's like you may just need to surrender to doing something differently instead of taking the easiest way. You know, sometimes Geminis, y'all can really be the chameleon and blend in with whatever caters to that person, and that can be exhausting for you. Okay. But I feel like there's a need here to kind of recognize how those traits may be sabotaging yourself and your own, you know, emotional well-being. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So I don't know. Don't try to force something is what, I mean, can we get a little bit more specific on what Gemini's forcing? Hangman in reverse. You're forcing something to move forward. It's like you don't, it's almost like you're not allowing yourself to see something from a different perspective. You're forcing something to move forward. Some of you guys are forcing, it's like, okay, well, the Hangman in reverse, it can be about like sacrifices, right? You know, it's kind of like you're forcing yourself to lose out on something to embrace just moving forward. It's like you may lack the patience to do something, or it's like lacking the patience to see something from a different perspective, because with that perspective would come enlightenment that would require us to act on, right? So it's almost like you're forcing something to move forward. So I don't know, you just got to ask yourself, like, why? Just give me one more on that Hierophant in reverse with the Seven of Cups. I feel like when it comes to your value system, Gemini, or your beliefs, or what is right for you, that's a little bit confusing. It's like you're having a hard time knowing what is right for you, what is the best thing to do, how to approach a situation. You're having a hard time knowing that. I don't know, with that Seven of Cups, you know you have options, but you're rejecting them or rebelling, acting on any of them because you don't really know what the right protocol is. It's almost like, again, you don't know what the best option is. The Seven of Cups can be this feeling where you're emotionally overwhelmed, not because of a specific thing necessarily, but because of a feeling. It's like, you know, something. It kind of feels like that grass is greener on the other side, but in a different way, in a way of like something that's pulling out your inspiration, pulling out your optimism. It's like honing in on a feeling that you know can happen, but you just don't know what you need to do to have that feeling, you know? And I feel like you may feel overwhelmed because you know you're missing something, but you don't really know what is the best choice or what, again, emotional confusion. It's like you're confused. Now, also with that Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles that showed its face right underneath, that kind of makes me feel like it's all in divine timing, okay? And by that, I mean the Ace of Pentacles is all about when we overcome those adversities, we are gifted something. We are gifted an opportunity. So with that Five of Pentacles, there may be this need to overcome some type of feeling of lack or some type of financial hurdle, financial setback or health setback before we can kind of figure things out, okay? So it's like you may need to overcome, Gemini, some type of personal struggle first, whether that's health, financial, or just this feeling of lacking, you know. But in the meantime, Gemini, stop forcing connections, forcing friendships, forcing yourself to, you know, overlook things that are causing more bitterness, that type of energy. You know, don't cause yourself more unnecessary damage than anything, because this week you may be kind of scattered because there's like resentment building up, pent up emotions building up potentially, or it's just you're having a hard time gaining control of what you really need to give your full support to. But I feel like Hierophant in reverse, the best advice I could give you from a personal opinion is just with that card is like, what is your soul saying, and what beliefs do you hold that is preventing you from, you know, aligning on a soul level, making the choices you needed on a soul level. Okay, so it's like, you know, comparing a little bit your beliefs to your soul and kind of refining what your beliefs should look like, and what, I hope that's making sense. I feel like I'm rambling, but yeah, on a personal level. But if you're dealing with like a love situation or something, I feel like you're definitely rebelling against the situation because you have bitter emotions toward the situation, because you may feel like there's a lot of vindictiveness or spitefulness, something of that nature. But I feel like in the same sense, you're avoiding being petty about it, and you may be celebrating just cutting that whole situation off on a whole. All right. So I'm just going to move on. Oh, I'm going to get you guys an oracle, but you could be dealing with another Gemini. We have Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, or Virgo. That's the same that Cancer got. So you got memories and get some rest. We do have welcome the new, Gemini. So welcome the new. Keep the faith. What's the new? Seven of Swords in reverse. And the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, one more. World in reverse. Welcome the new. Well, the Seven of Swords in reverse, that can be talk about turning over a new leaf and stuff like that. But with the World in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse, this is saying that there's some type of like reality that you need to address, or facts that you need to address when it comes to the lack of improvement, when it comes to something that just is not a success. So there's something here that is not a success, or isn't giving you a sense of completion. It's almost like this residual, it's constantly like spinning round and around type of energy. And it's like you may need to be honest about the lack of improvement here, or you just need to be honest with yourself, and kind of address your own conscience in a situation when it comes to the lack of improvement. I don't know. One more on the new. I'm trying to just like, because it's telling me welcome the new, but it's giving me all past energy. That's annoying. So honestly, with the Seven of Swords in reverse, you just need to, I don't know, man. That's a little tough one. One more on the Seven of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse. Some of you guys just need to start something fresh, you know, with that Six of Cups in reverse, there may Seven of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups in reverse. This is about healing past shit, healing childhood shit, healing past relationships, all of this, but it's like starting new with an awareness of what's no longer type of thing, you know, because we do have memories, get some rest. So there may be memories here that, you know, you need to take a break from, or you need to rest from, heal from, you know, if we're metaphorically talking about it. But it's like you may need to kind of acknowledge what is no longer serving you, but also like allow yourself to detach from, you know, the Six of Cups in reverse is also talking about growing up. You know, you may need to kind of like see something for what it is, be real with yourself, recognize the lack of improvement, and some type of, you know, something here that is not really changing for you in a positive way. Justice in reverse. I don't know, Gemini, do you know what this feels like? You just need to fucking cut the shit. You just need to cut the shit because something is not improving. You may need to kind of be honest with yourself or with the person, if you're dealing with someone, that something is just not it. Like you may need to kind of cut the shit because you may be resisting bringing something to a close, or you're kind of stuck on some type of hamster wheel. And you may need to kind of detach from maybe a childish way of handling something. Now, I'm not calling you childish. You could be 60. But there may be an old way you used to handle a certain situation that is not working out in your favor, that is no longer working for you. Like you may just need to cut the shit with that Seven of Swords in reverse. Stop handling a situation in the same way. Stop being like, oh, you know, stop being so swooed into a situation the same way. Like you may just need to cut the shit because something is not working. Something is not, you may need to see the reality of something is not working. It's not giving equal give and take, or it's not a fair situation for you, or it's just not in alignment with who you are. The Justice in reverse, like not in alignment with your truth. And it's like, you may need to cut the shit, like, and stop handling a situation the same way. The Six of Cups, it's just like living in the past, living in memories, living in like this nostalgic energy, you know? Like if it's a friend, for example, all your good memories with that person was like 20 years ago. Do you have any new good memories with that person, Gemini? You know, or with any relationship? Like you may need to kind of like get out of the past, like handle things in a different way. So you may need to handle things in a different way, Gemini. So sorry, I feel like I left you maybe more confused than when you started watching. Because I'm a Gemini and I'm a little bit confused myself. So like, what do I do, Rose? So what do I do? Okay, so we have Cancer, we have Libra, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Taurus. What can Taurus expect? What can Taurus expect this week? Two more. What can Taurus expect this week? Three shuffles. Overall energy for you, Taurus, we have the King of Swords and the Seven of Cups. I like that. Ace of Swords in reverse. So, So I do feel, Taurus, you seem to be in a good frame of mind this week. You seem to be very structured. You seem to be cutting out a lot of unnecessary bullshit. With that Seven of Cups, Ace of Swords in reverse, not really being sure what the next thing is. You know, there is some type of inner truth that you're kind of keeping to yourself. You're also not really sure. It's like you may feel like you're on the verge of a breakthrough when it comes to what's next for you, but you don't really know where that's headed just yet. You may also be giving advice to someone this week, Taurus, that seems to be a little bit confused. Yeah, some of you guys may be giving advice to someone that is feeling frustrated because they feel like they're not seeing some type of effort, but in the same sense, you're looking at them like it's because you're not. It's like you need to exercise more than a couple weeks to see results, you know what I mean? Or it's like you're trying to give someone advice in regards to, you know, maybe needing to walk away from something to pursue another direction. Yeah, some of you guys are having an honest conversation with someone this week too. This kind of feels like you being very honest with someone in regards to the difference in values and maybe in regards to why you're ignoring or limiting yourself from showing vulnerability, because I feel like that you do have some frustrations here in regards to a person. Now I'll read it on an individual level too, but if it's in regards to a person, you do seem to have some frustrations, okay, or fears, anger even, but you seem to be in a space of, you know, trying to remain focused on just detaching from the situation. Just give me one more on that Strength in reverse with the Hermit. And the Justice in reverse. Because I feel like you're in a space where you're aware that someone isn't being fair with you, or you're not really getting what you wanted. So it's almost like you may be vulnerable to a situation, but you're also using your head and being wise when it comes to how much energy you give to it, because you're kind of, you know, applying whatever facts and knowledge you have, and you're going off that. So yeah, I feel like you're being wise when it comes to a situation is just not going in your favor. And you're just simply cutting it out like no tomorrow. You may find yourself almost rebelling against a situation because it's just mentally wearing. Okay. So yeah, if you are dealing with a person, you may again give this person honesty, maybe even advice. If this is a lover or someone of interest in work or whatever, you may be in a space of like, listen, the reason I'm cutting you out or I'm not communicating with you is because you're confusing as shit. You say you want me and then say you don't want me or something like that. It's almost like being very direct with someone, like, I can't work with you because, you know, some type of inconsistency or something of that nature. Or you're just using your head when it comes to cutting that out. So oh, yours is pretty point blank, because yeah, you're just being wise when it comes to something not like it wouldn't work out in your favor to be vulnerable. On a personal level, Taurus, I feel like you guys are more so using your head when it comes to like it almost feels like you may feel as though you need to be more resilient this week than normal. Like you may feel as though you need to kind of avoid taking too much of a break, even if you feel like you need a rest, or even if you feel like you need a break, it almost feels like you can't have a break. Okay. It's almost like you're pushing yourself in the mental realm. You're pushing yourself to remain focused. You're trying to, a lot of you guys have cut out certain aspects of other people's expectations of you as well, and you know that they're not happy about it, but you seem to be kind of toning that out or being oblivious to other people's expectations, because you're aware that you yourself are burnt out and vulnerable. I feel like this is your personal awareness that you are burnt out and vulnerable. And you're lacking tolerance when it comes to other people's expectations. It's kind of like you're rebelling against it. And I feel like, you know, you're not conforming to something. You're definitely not conforming to something, and you're choosing to ignore it. If you're dealing with a lover, again, there's some frustration and anger, but you're keeping it to yourself because you know that being open would not be in your best interest for whatever reason, whether you feel like this person isn't being fair, or whether there's a break in contract, like there's a break in agreement, like there's something here that's just like cause and effect, that makes you feel like, you know, this is not something that you can level out anymore with this person. Okay. I don't know, yours is pretty straightforward. I mean, just give me one more on that King of Swords with the Fool in reverse and the Death in reverse. Yeah, I feel like you're in a space where you're kind of staying put here. I don't really see you embracing any major changes. You're just more so refining your focus, if that makes any sense. You're refining your focus. You're staying on track. You're implementing a structure for your day-to-day life. And you're cutting out anything that is causing you to feel frustrated or causing you to feel like it would be pointless to invest into because someone already broke some type of contract, or you feel like this person isn't being fair with you, and you're being very wise in that regard. Okay. I'm going to have to plug my phone in here in a second for Aries. But you could be dealing with a Scorpio. We also have Aries, Taurus, Libra, Leo, and Virgo. We do have Volunteer. End of an era. End of an era. Some of you guys are ending an era with a person or a group of people. It's like you're no longer that person anymore. You're no longer that person they can fuck with anymore. You're no longer that person that can just pop up and they can just pop it in your inbox type of thing. We do have Get Some Rest, Memories. Why does everybody keep getting these cards? You're like the fourth sign that got those two cards. Get Some Rest and Memories. Get Some Rest, Memories. So some of you guys are just healing past ways of being. You know, you could be rejecting traditional values, family values, an end of an era, motivation. Some of you guys are thriving this week because of personal self. It's like you're holding yourself accountable to things that are motivating you. And again, it feels like you're not really implementing any changes. You're more so just refining your focus, and you're feeling quite motivated to do so this week. I don't know why I can't talk. Okay. So Aries, I'm gonna have to plug the phone in for Aries. Got to get you guys all up close. Let me. So hold on a second. My phone is gonna die. All right, so sorry, I had to pee. Aries. All right, Aries. What can Aries expect? So I had to plug my phone in because it was going to die. Pisces usually gets that a lot from me. Not you guys. But, sorry guys, I'm getting sleepy a little bit. I get a little leg-a-digging. All right, what do we have for, what do we have for Aries? That's good, Monica. Oh, I forgot to change it. Hold on. What can Aries expect this week? One more. What can Aries expect this week? 3 shuffles. All right, overall energy for you, Aries, is the Temperance in reverse with the 7 of Pentacles. High Priestess. Well, you seem to be receiving... someone's trying to be generous with you this week. Someone is trying to invest into you. Someone is trying to make time for you. Someone is here seeing the value of you. But you seem to be giving this person a run for their money, Aries, if I'm going to be honest. It kind of feels like you're making yourself unattainable. You feel like this person has ill intentions. You may feel as well like this person takes you out of your comfort zone, or this opportunity takes you out of your comfort zone. You're kind of on the fence in regards to whether you want to pursue it. I also feel like you're avoiding being, embarrassed or manipulated. You're avoiding being victimized in a situation because, yeah, you may feel like someone is attempting to let go of deep-rooted issues that they've had with you. But you are still hung up on some type of discord that the two of you had. So it's almost like you got your guard up a little bit. There does seem to be an apology that's coming through, or someone that's trying to express, their ideas with you, their hopes with you, maybe apologize to you. Give me another one on that Page of Cups. With the Hangman in reverse. So there's someone here that may have been kind of waiting to understand if you're bitter with them for quite some time. This person also may feel like they've got some type of clarity in regards to you having hurt feelings or you being bitter about something. And it's almost like someone that feels like they got an understanding in regards to why you're upset. Therefore, they feel like they can address it, So it kind of feels like someone that you may have cut off or you may have distanced yourself from. It doesn't have to be an intimate thing, so keep that in mind. It could be a friend, it could be anyone, okay? Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm so tired of listening to myself talk sometimes. I'm sorry. But anyways, so I feel like this is someone that is getting some type of closure, understanding in regards to why you're upset with them. So again, it kind of feels like someone that is therefore apologizing or expressing their emotion for you because they feel like they got an understanding on what's bothering you. Okay. For some of you, this is an admirer that feels like there is something bothering you. So it's almost like someone that is trying to make light of a situation. I hope not. I hope not. Because I think that's going to make it worse for you. Because for some of you, if this is just someone that's popping out of nowhere, trying to flirt with you or trying to make light of a situation, you're going to perceive this to be someone that is arrogant and egotistic. With that Hangman in reverse, maybe someone that is kind of... Hangman in reverse can be very egotistic or an egotistical approach because it's someone that doesn't really know what's going on. So it's someone that, it's almost like when you're going through some real shit and someone comes up and said, oh yeah, I went through that last week, but it's like nothing of what you're going through or like something like that. So it's like, I feel like you may feel as though someone may be coming in an admirer, because this is definitely an admirer type of energy, whether you have a history with them or not. And it kind of feels like someone that's making light of a situation, and you're not having it at all. At all. You don't agree with this person's approach. Whatever it is with this person, you don't like their approach. What is Aries going through? First of all, High Priestess. Okay. One more. And the King of Wands. You're not going through shit, are you? You're in a space where you're focused on you. You're desiring to take control and take initiative of your life. You're very focused on getting shit done, not wasting no time. You're also focused on not making yourself as attainable to others. Some of you have kind of like pulled the curtain, so people don't really know what's going on. So there may be a lot of assumptions coming through here in regards to what's going on. Because I feel like things aren't really what you're making them appear to be, Aries. Like things aren't as bad as you're making them. Some of you guys are being all dramatic about. So for some of you, because this is what you're going through, it's saying High Priestess, King of Wands. You may be aware of something, or you may have some type of hidden knowledge about something. You may be aware about something that you're not really expressing, but in the same sense, you feel like you got it under control. It's just a matter about being innovative and, taking control and not letting it control you type of thing. But still, I feel like it's not as bad as maybe it's coming across. So, because there could definitely be some type of misunderstanding. So I feel like someone is misunderstanding your expression, because they feel like they got an idea of what's going on with you, but you're in a space of like, no, you can't play me like that. It kind of feels, Aries, like there is some type of hidden knowledge that drove you to take control in the situation. And maybe this person's help would have been nice when you were in the deep and dark of that shit. But now that you got shit under control, you're like, no, I don't need no handouts. Like, no, something like that. Like, almost knock it over. It's almost like now that you finally got things under control, you feel like someone's coming in to express something, and you're not, whoever this person is, you're not here for it. How does Aries perceive this person, whoever this person is? Six of Swords. Okay. And the Hermit. Six of Swords and the Hermit. I don't know. Seven of Wands. For some of you, this is just straight up a Virgo. For others of you, you perceive this to be someone that is trying to act calm, cool, and collected about something, but in reality, they're enlightened to a situation that has them on the defense. Okay? Maybe that's what's annoying you, because, but yeah, you may see this as someone that's trying to act calm, cool, and collected, like go with the flow. But in the same sense, you may feel like this is someone that has a deeper understanding of a situation that has them trying to, that has them on the defense a bit. Like where they don't want to show vulnerability. So you feel like this person also knows more than they're leading on, but you may feel like they're trying to keep the upper hand here in the situation, and you may perceive them to be someone that is trying to act like go with the flow. You know, you may feel like they're, you know, always moving forward, like, you know, blah, 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 blah. When in reality, you feel like this person has a deeper understanding. You feel like this person is defensive, like almost fighting for the advantage here. Fighting for the advantage. I don't know. But it could also be a Virgo. All right, tell me what that Four of Pentacles in reverse. With the Strength in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So Aries, on a personal level, a lot of you guys are letting go of deep-rooted issues that had you vulnerable to a dysfunctional family situation or a situation that was not making you happy, and you're kind of setting yourself free and you're on the pursuit of a new endeavor. But you may feel like your ability to actually create something is, it's like you feel like you can't actually create something in the way you want to just yet, which is why you're keeping something on the down low. It's almost like you're in a space where things aren't really what they appear to be, Aries. You have hidden knowledge that has you taken control, and you're driven by some type of optimism you have in regards to letting go of something from your past. You may be in a space of standing up to family or standing up to a situation that you perceive to be very dysfunctional because it's frustrating you and making you, you know, it's triggering a part of you that you don't like, okay? It's triggering a part of you that you don't like. I also feel like there's family that's trying to be generous with you, Aries, but you're almost avoiding being gaslit is kind of what this feels like. So there may be family here trying to be generous with you, but you're in a space where you're avoiding being gaslit with their offer, which you perceive to be something that's like a very small offer, because you may feel like it's very egotistic or insensitive or something of that nature. So there's definitely some type of disagreement you're having with someone. Someone's trying to be generous by letting go of deep-rooted issues, or they're trying to shed deep-rooted issues with some type of offer, but this kind of triggers some type of frustration. And also you may be in a space where you have some type of hidden knowledge in regards to your own desires authentically that you may not be being open about. So it's almost like you're trying to remain in control. You're trying to control your temper as well, or you're trying to, again, remain in control, because it's almost like you're just wanting to free yourself from the situation. Okay. Some of you guys are coming out of a situation that doesn't make you happy. You also have an admirer or someone that's been crushing on you. But whoever this person is, I feel like there is somewhat of a history there, because this is someone that feels like you're upset with them. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Aries, actually, because Cancer was looking way too deeply and they were just messing shit up even more. Okay. Because this is someone that feels like you have a problem with them, and the way they address you or try to express themselves is in a very egotistic way, and it may push you away even more so. Because I feel like at the end of the day, you're not wanting to be a part of something currently, nor this person. It's almost like you may feel like if this is a love interest, you may feel like this person has some type of hope with you because you're no longer a part of something else, forgetting that you don't even want them, okay? You don't even want them. I mean, what was the past with this admirer or whatever this was? 6 of Wands and the Devil. Okay, one more. And the Emperor in reverse. So in the past, you may feel like there was some type of sabotage in the connection because of someone's control issues, or someone was intimidated. You may feel like this person was intimidated of your success. You may feel like this person was intimidated of your success or of some type of accomplishment. You may also feel like this person in the past attempted to control you or make you feel inferior or something of that nature. What is Aries wanting to move toward? Because I don't feel like you want this admirer, and I don't feel like you want whatever this is that you're letting go of. 8 of Wands is what you're wanting. You're wanting to move. You're wanting to keep your distance. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so you guys are wanting to move or keep your distance here. One more. 4 of Wands in reverse, from an unhappy home or unhappy family. I don't know, there's something about your current home or living situation, or even a current community, that makes you feel insecure because you feel unwelcomed, or you feel like people got a superficial view on you. And I feel like there's a desire to move or distance yourself or have a change in pace a little bit. Because I feel like you feel as though there's, again, a certain community, group of people, family, or there's a living situation that is kind of rubbing you the wrong way. It's almost like if it's people, you may feel like they have a superficial view on you. And if this is a personal matter, this is you. I feel like it's you not at peace with, you know, oh, some of you guys just don't like feeling this clingy, dependent energy, or you don't like people depending on you. Like some of you guys may feel like there's someone financially dependent on you and you don't like that, or there's some type of dependent energy that is in your space and it's like you're wanting to keep your distance or move away from it. So I don't know, you're definitely in disagreement here, Aries. Because it kind of feels like you're so focused that you're avoiding letting anybody get in your head or anybody get in your way. Because this Page of Cups energy that's coming through, you're not interested in, because you see this as someone that's emotionally manipulative. And on top of that, you feel like this person is trying to have a quick fix to some type of past situation. And I feel like you're not interested in it, not just because of that though, but because I feel like you have some hidden, or you have a deeper desire here to take control and move or distance yourself or have a completely change in pace. Some of you guys are moving toward more superficial values as well. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. You may feel like you need to because of financial insecurity, where you may feel like you can no longer do things the same way you once did. Or again, you may feel some sense of financial insecurity where you may feel like you need to kind of more so prioritize money matters or health matters or whatever it may be, that you're not really wanting to entertain love or whoever this person is that's coming through. But it could be, you could be dealing with a Pisces. We have Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, strong Pisces, and Virgo. Strong Pisces and strong Virgo. Oh, we also have Leo. But give me an oracle for Aries. We do have courage. Welcome the new. So a lot of you guys are just, welcoming a new energy, developing the courage to do something new or to do something differently. Windfall, spiritual growth, and leaving. That's what I was saying. It's like you're leaving something or you're separating yourself from something. I don't know, welcome the new. I feel like you're outgrowing a situation, you're leaving a situation, leaving a community even you feel unwelcomed in. And it's like you're developing some level of strength through working on things in the dark kind of thing, like also keeping your desires hidden. The whole situation has definitely given you the ick completely. Well, anyways, I should probably get out of here. A common theme you've noticed throughout the year. The later into the reads, the deeper she goes. It's not good. I noticed that too, trust me. That's why I do like to switch it up and go from start with Aries or start with Pisces. But I don't think it's a good thing. I mean, it depends on your mood. It depends on your mood. I know personally, the more tired I get, the more slow I get. But at the same sense, the more I'm like into it. For some reason, like when I say I'm tired, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, but for some reason, like when I'm more sleepy, I'm just more into it for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird. But like I drag it out more at the same time, so it's probably annoying to watch. but I find like sometimes I can pick up on things a little bit more rather than just this sharp approach. It really depends on the mood. But if you're not into like lengthy readings, it's probably annoying. But I think it's because I have Pisces in my 12th house. And the 12th house is like the house of sleep. So sometimes I get a little delulu when I'm tired. Not that Pisces are delulu, but they have a special way of being delulu that it's pretty fucking badass, in my opinion. But anyway, well, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I'm gonna finish my smoke and go to bed, but thanks, guys.